Alive.
That's good. Welcome back to Delta Green. This is Season 1, Episode 10. We're calling this one ER10911 after the infamous asteroid that's on its way, hurtling towards the Earth, and will strike the planet soon. I have a timeline. You guys don't have a timeline. I know when the apocalypse is going to happen. Maybe you'll talk to George Segan today, and you'll find out when the apocalypse is going to happen. Let's do a little quick recap. You guys started last episode in the vet's office, and you ended last episode in the comfort of your own cabins. And in between, you guys called Gorza, tracked his cell phone, set up a meeting, went to the meeting, met this crazy mega billionaire who decided that he was going to ask you guys for a nuke, and then show basically no remorse for anything that his people have done. You guys, Husky blasted him from 2 football fields away with a high caliber rifle, and George Segan, the astronomer that was there, he got shot on the way out. You guys caught the mansion on fire. On your way out, you found out that Gorza had his grandkids over, Cassie, Max, and
alleged grandkids. They may just be children he stole.
Yes, children of the corn. No, they are his grandkids. But you guys took them for ice cream. George Segan bled all over them. You got him back to the vet's office, and Valerie Boone, the veterinarian, sewed him up, saved his life. And then you guys took him to the skiff and threw him in the cell at the skiff. And you guys spent your evenings back at the cabins at Haven Inn trying to get your 40 winks full rest, 8 hours, which you do. We've already discussed that, and you've gotten your skill ups from yesterday. Today is Saturday. It is super early in the morning. We're going to call it 6 a.m. And I know, Hammer, you get up pretty fucking early to go for your runs. But everybody is going to be woken up today with the sound of a gunshot as Husky's door gun on the front of his cabin goes off, and the Centurion round goes out into the night, and you hear a piercing squeal. It is non-human, but it's just the one gunshot, the squeal, and then silence. All of you guys wake up in a start in your beds in the cabins. Oh, I'm sorry. Heron, I don't think you're in a bed.
No, he's in the bathtub.
Is Heron in the bathtub in his own cabin? I know that Husky...
He doesn't have a cabin.
Heron... Yeah, well, I think he went back to his cabin last night.
He doesn't have a cabin. He never got a cabin.
He did. He did.
I don't think that's true.
Let's establish some stuff.
Hey, before you go any further, Hammer's not showing up here. Neither is the general.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
You may need to relink those.
Did it pop up now? Hammer? Did he pop up?
No. If you're using Discord, they've rehosted everything, so you're going to have to relink it.
Oh. Ah, boy. Okay, well, I'm going to have to find all of these guys now.
Sorry, I thought you knew because you were the one that told me that Discord was doing that.
Yeah, they broke most of my shit, which is upsetting. I didn't have the general through Discord, though. I cut him out. Somebody sent him to me, though. No, wait. I don't know. I'll have to find him. Well, that just set me way off. Discuss amongst yourselves as I set up Hammer and the dog.
So I'm guessing pig person tried to show up at the door. That's what I'm going to guess.
Spider pig. It was on the ceiling, so spider pig.
Spider pig?
Yeah, spider pig person.
Spider pig does whatever spider pig does?
Yep.
And it's been a
And-
long time since I've seen the Simpsons movie.
And bacon.
Yeah. Isaac's over here drawing in his room.
His new room that he's never had before.
He definitely did get one.
Okay.
The reason he hasn't been in it recently is because we sort of shot the shit out of it while you were absent. Oh, there's no body there, Kizik. I dumped it in the well before the well exploded.
Yeah, it's just blood.
It's still blood.
That's a good point.
And apparently shit. I
Those-
can only assume that's what the brown droppings are.
We shot through the cabinets like 12 times. It didn't hit this guy.
What's this wee shit?
You did it at least once.
He misses once, miss 11 times. Okay, we're equal.
He made fun of my shotgun door that saved his life. Every time I save, or every time Chad saves Theo's life, Theo like criticizes the way that he did it, which is, it's really
Why I'm
fun.
not sleeping in your room right now.
Yeah.
At some point, he's going to forget and just walk into the door and just have the top of his body removed.
No, he's not. He's terrified of doors.
Oh, that's fair.
All right, well, I figured out that a hammer was sent to me, and that's why I don't have a copy of Hammer. I don't know if Hammer has a hammer with him that
Yeah.
he could send me. Do you?
Yeah, I have my laptop. Give me a second to process what I'm doing.
We got switch gears.
I've slept most today. I tried watching movies. I just kept waking up in the middle of a different movie each time.
I was doing that when I was sick. I ended up just letting YouTube play on autoplay and, sleeping through the vast majority of it.
So I did that with Top Gear. I was watching it on Amazon, and it went from like really early on episodes to way late episodes when I woke up. I was like, how many years did I sleep? I missed like 80 fucking episodes. And I realized Amazon is missing a huge chunk in the middle. I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah,
I thought I slept for a day.
you have to buy it. I do own all of them on my Amazon, but it's like I'm actually rewatching Top Gear right now just because they announced the next Grand Tour will be the last one.
Oh, so they're doing like one more special.
Yep, one more special and that's it. That's all they're doing.
I don't see that hammer.
Damn. All right, let me do some finagling here. We can do this, guys. With GIMP.
Yeah, I can see the hammer on the thing there, so it's clearly on my computer, right?
Well, it's got a cookie somewhere, yeah. I just took a screenshot of it, so I'm about to make it in GIMP.
That's clever. So, because I have a boosted server, I think the things that you put in my actual Discord will stick. But they rehosted everything, so if you have really old stuff that's in there, you have to go back and relink it.
Oh, you found it.
No, that's not the right one.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's not the right one.
It's very similar. I don't know how I have that one and not the right one, but
Do you want the one that I just made, or do you want the one you just sent me?
I don't care.
I love how decisive we are.
I thought
right, well.
I thought you were going to take crayon and draw a hammer on a piece of paper and then.
Yes.
Green furniture, huh? Should have burnt this place down.
Like that real old traditional,
Yeah.
little bit of plaid.
Like what's that velvety material called?
Ah!
Oh, my bad.
Somebody hit a
I
button.
hit the update button. We love Tabletop Simulator.
Ew.
We do.
All right. Hammer should be hammer now.
Nope.
In the here, you don't see it?
Nope. Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, you see that one.
Took him a minute. Do this one.
All right, now we need a new general. I have a new general. I need the link for the new general. All right, you see the new general.
Yep, sure it is.
Good deal.
All right. Chad's gonna roll out of bed and grab his gun and check to see what's been gibbed at the front door.
I'm also going to be rolling out of bed with my piece.
Yeah, the gunshot you heard, you can tell that it came from Husky's cabin.
I'm going to kick down
But
my
give me a
door.
perception check. All three of you.
Straight zeros is a 0, right?
Correct.
Okay. I got a 0. I don't see shit.
I thought it was the
0, 0, 0, 0?
Yep. 8 zeros.
All right, well, that's 100, yeah.
Yeah, that means you. Oh, that is 100?
Yeah, because you can't, with 100's dice, roll 0. You can roll 100.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. That's correct. Yeah, we did talk about that.
Right.
So that's a failure. So that was alertness or that was search? You said perception?
That was alert.
Alertness.
Yep, alertness.
Okay. Check that one.
I rolled a 52 out of 57 for a pass.
All right.
Well, I rolled a 72, but I'm using 2 luck points.
Okay. So you guys you're waking up in like the witching hour. This gunshot just went off. You're looking around. It's kind of dark. Shadows are shifting and changing ominously. We got to set this tone here for this horror game. And then everything's just playing tricks right there on the edges of your perception. You know, was there something there just now? Maybe it was a trick of the light, or maybe there really is something lurking outside. And the two of you guys that pass your awareness checks, you're going to hear, not see, something attempting to come through the door of your cabin as well. And it's like maybe the flick of the handle on the door, or even just like a slight pounding just to test the door. But there's something attacking each one of you.
I don't have doors.
So, were you sleeping in the bathtub? Let's set your scene a little bit better then.
Yep. So I can't close a door by myself. I said, hey, can I sleep in the bathtub to my buddy? He said, yeah, and I didn't like appropriately thank him the right way. So he just closed the door in my face and I couldn't open it. So I just went back to my bed. I read a bunch of papers and I'm just asleep in my bed. Front door is blown off. My door I can't close, and the back door is off of its hinges as well.
So when you wake up, when Husky's gunshot goes off, your awareness, you pass this awareness check, this thing is clutched to the ceiling of your room, and it's upside down. I can't really get a good 3D of it upside down, but It's upside down over top of your bed, and it's got its head tilted 180 degrees backwards to look at you. It doesn't really have eyes. And as you wake up with a start, with this thing hovering over your bed, you have the highest dex. So this is how we're going to start this whole thing. What do you want to do, Theo?
First, I need to roll sanity.
Yes, thank you.
I definitely did not pass. Oh, you cleaned up all my dice.
I cleaned up the whole table. I was having real problems. I'm going to get a D6 and roll it, and that's how much you're going to lose. 2.
That's pretty good.
Better than 6. All right.
I
So
have to use a willpower to push that off on somebody.
yes, if you want to, you can put it on a bond. You will burn the willpower to put it on the bond, but you can put that 2 points on there.
I am going to, like, I've broke 3 times. Like, if I break again, I think I'm a shell of a human being.
Love the end of the campaign. Okay. So who are you going to push it on to?
I pushed it onto my wife because I'm sleeping and like finally relaxing at the first time. Like I hadn't pushed any sanity towards her yet. And like I was dreaming about her. Then I woke up and like her face was superimposed on this backwards faced body that's hanging over top of me.
Yeah, it's got this drool coming out of its mouth, and as it drips from its backwards head onto your bed, it sizzles. The drool sizzles into the blanket. So, thanks for rolling your sanity. What do you want to do now?
So because I failed my sanity, special stuff is going to happen. I'm going to open my eyes. I'm going to reach inside of my briefcase, and I know exactly where this little knife thing is. And I'm going to, with much vigor, jump up and stab this thing right in the face, right in like its little throat area.
Completely unlike Theo, you grab this knife. What kind of knife is it? Big Bowie thing or a Leatherman?
It's an unnatural crystal wand.
Ah, that.
Are you using the bed like a trampoline?
Yes. But like with much like professionalism, like used it to get that extra hit. Is coming with a lot more speed than he normally does. And
You invented the shank bounce.
He's hoping to pin the upside down thing to the ceiling with his magic wand.
Give me a power roll, please.
I have a 58 out of 85.
Tell me how you are you like you're pointing this wand outstretched like I'm imagining like a wizard caster would, right? But you're stabbing it into this creature hanging from the ceiling of your cabin.
This is badass style. He's holding it backwards, so it's forearm, and then it's going straight up. Like it's like you know how you hold a knife backwards in like backwards knife pose.
Gotcha. Right. Okay.
Yeah, that backwards knife is going up so that his elbow could like block his face, and it is stabbing. Like no magic at all, just stab powers.
Bounce shank. It's the bounce shank.
Roll D100 for me.
Uh, 56.
You got this wand in your hand, and as you bring it up, you realize that you could you could be using this as a ranged weapon. You've got it. You're stabbing it into this guy, and it's doing damage. It's anathema to it. You guys were messing with these crystals before, and you realized that your Craw crystal and whatever the Hollow God's direct polar opposite of the Craw crystal is, that's what is making up that goop, and that's what's going through Agent Hammer. You've got two things that are completely against each other right now, and you're stabbing one with the other. It's going to do a shit ton of damage. And the way that this happens is your wand goes into this thing, and where it pierces, it just disappears. Like it's like matter and antimatter coming together, but only in the space of your wand. So you're taking chunks out for every stab that you're throwing in there, and it's like shaking uncontrollably and twisting, and it's death throes. It's a fucking mess. It's also spewing acidic saliva everywhere.
Do I need to dodge that?
I don't think you're going to need to dodge that. I think that you've got this handled with your crystal wand right now.
That's a shank, sir. That's not a wand anymore.
Yeah, it's a shank.
It's a shank. Yeah, or a shiv, if you will.
Right. Let's roll over to Husky, whose gun went off and woke everybody up. There's a piercing squeal outside of your cabin, Mr. Nolan, and nothing inside your cabin as you wake up and you start moving around.
Okay.
Where do you want to head first?
So I'm going to have my pistol in one hand and my flashlight in the other, drawn in the, basically the standard way you would tactically sweep a light in front of you. And I'm going to, open up my bedroom door, sweep across the living room, look at the door where the gun was. I'm assuming that there's just a big hole where the door was.
Yeah, so the door was not in the best shape the first time. No. And then this time, yes, the door is gone, and there's a black, shiny liquid at the base of the steps out your front door.
Okay. I'm going to follow that liquid with my light and see if I can find a body. I'm going to glance over at the other two cabins to see what's going on at those two.
So you see it like sweeps up and out of your beam. Here, let me draw this so it goes like off that way. But you're looking at both the cabins to actually see that trail, and you see something's scurrying into Hammer's cabin. Like just the ass end of one of these things.
I do have doors.
Yes, you do. So it's out on the outside of your door. Hammer, where do you want to be? You got up out of bed. You're going to the back door or the front door?
I am. Well, you said it was tapping. There was noise at my front door, correct?
It's going to be at whatever door you were going to go to.
Okay,
it's one of those story things.
I'm butt ass naked with the shotgun. I'm going to the front door. I sleep in the nude.
Except,
I'm going to the front
his Kevlar vest. He's got his Kevlar vest on still.
Yeah, that's accurate. I sleep with that. That's like a no
and a dagger.
That's ridiculous. Just my shotgun. We all have our security blankets, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mine's just made of Kevlar.
Mine's just a 12 gauge.
Anyway, I scoop my 12 gauge up and head for the door. I'm gonna kick it open and start blasting.
All right, so give me a strength check for your door. It's obviously having some problems with the door, so I'm just going both ways on the street, making you both roll for it because my guy did not make it through your door.
It's athletics.
It is.
Straight
you can just straight do strength times 5.
I got a 30. out of 85.
That's fantastic. That door is no problem for you. You kick the door in, and you come face to face with this thing. Give me your sanity roll. It's there as you kick the door open on all fours, and its face kind of like angles up at you, and you see its bottom jaw unhinged like the vampires in Blade. Was it Blade 2? You know which one I'm talking about. Anyway, it hinges at the bottom, and this fucking spittle comes out, and it's like drizzling on the sidewalk out front of your front door, and it's like hissing as it falls.
Yep, that failed.
Oh, cool. I'm going to roll this d6. 1. Take 1 sanity loss. Jesus.
All right.
I don't even know why I roll. All right, technically you're not supposed to be shooting at it, but we're playing pulpy Delta Green here. And he got a move and a thingy, and we also need to go check back in with Husky. Go ahead and roll me your firearms check, and then we'll go back through the round. Oh, shit, I forgot. The general's barking. Bark, 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 bark.
I am going to spend 4 luck points to hit it, because I rolled 84 out of 80.
Burn them luck. How much luck do you have left?
34.
It's getting down. Let's keep this up. All right, so you hit. Roll your damage.
What's the damage for a shotgun?
That's a solid question. Hold on.
I got it over here. Let's see. A shotgun firing, regular shot is 2d8.
No lethality, right?
No.
It's 14.
All right. You do a butt ton of damage to this. 14 damage. And I'm going to try to convey this in a way, because like this thing is not human and humanoid in any way. You don't think like there's vital organs that you're hitting. So you're doing damage to this thing, but it's not like that would have destroyed a living creature that you've hunted before. You know, like this thing is not acting that way.
I would have just put it in its open mouth and pulled the trigger. Because you said it was doing that vampire thing at me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like a bullseye target.
So for a little bit of flavor in here, the front of your shotgun gets dissolved a little bit by its acidic mouth.
That's fine. I didn't pay for it.
Yeah, you did blast it. All right, we're going to go top of the round. Oh, no, my guys have to go. I'm going to forget all about this. They're going to go all at the same time. All right, so the one that's going against Heron, it tries to bend over backwards and grab you with its long front arms, and it's swiping at the air. You're like jumping off the bed, and you're jabbing at it with this thing, and it tries to get you, but it just doesn't. The one for Husky, you hear it. It's trying to be sneaky, and it's just not. And it is off this way from your cabin, just outside of where your flashlight beam went. But it was trying to be stealthy, and it just failed its stealth roll. And then the one that's Hammer. Oh, finally I have a pass. Hammer, this thing grabs you. It's grappling you. Because you fought it last turn and didn't dodge and take a whole turn to dodge, I want you to fight back at this thing. I think that's fair. pulpy and fair. So you can give me an unarmed, unless you want to hit it with your gun.
Yeah, I'll use I can use the gun as a melee weapon, right?
Yeah, I can picture this all happening. Big old club.
Ooh, 54 out of 80.
All right, so you hit it, and it hits you. It's going to get you for 7. And you're going to get it too. Unfortunately, it doesn't have you pinned or anything because you fought back, but there's like these red sucking mouths, usually concealed underneath this jaw, but you've like blown this jaw up, and these little red mouths start to greedily suck blood from your veins as he's got you in this grapple, and that's what's doing this damage to you. So he's like sucking the blood up out of your body.
But I'm not grappled, right?
Oh, you fought back. But where he's made contact, it did do damage for 7.
Okay.
So that's where these little blood-sucking things came in.
His blood isn't hurting it?
His blood is not hurting these things. He's drank so much of that bathwater.
Let's go get some more.
No, the bathwater's this thing's flavor, man. That's what I've been trying to tell you. All right, we're going to go top of the round.
Are you telling me this... Wait, are you telling me this thing is leaking black stuff?
Yeah, the same stuff that you've been drinking.
Okay, good to know.
All right, Theo, top of the round. What do you want to get done?
Continue meleeing until this thing no longer exists.
Still with the crystal wand, give me a power roll.
95 out of 85. I did not pass.
All right, you're doing this stabby death thing. Give me your melee check.
So close to a 69. I got a 60 out of 60.
No, that's a pass, though. All right, now give me your D100 roll that I'm not going to tell you what that's for.
85.
All right, you take a good solid chunk out of this thing. It's like disappearing. Like you've got an eraser against this creature, and you're slicing off whole bits of it, and it just collapses and falls off of your ceiling. And you're left there holding this crystal as this, like half of it at least is still remaining. But yeah, good job, Theo.
Did it fall like straight onto my bed?
Yeah.
I take the covers real quickly, wrap it up, and take it to the bathtub.
Okay, it's a good plan. Let's go to Hammer. I'm sorry, Husky. Husky, where do you want to be?
So I can see this thing here. I can see this door is open and hear commotion coming from here.
Yes.
I have no idea that, Theo's turned into a badass. So my assumption is that he's in there dying. So I'm going to do that whole sidestep run where I'm trying to get to that door, but I'm also going to unload rounds into this thing that I can see as I'm doing it.
Okay, give me that firearms check.
It's a definite pass, and it's a 22, so it's critical.
Give me a little damage.
Second, I'm using my pistol. Pistol is 1d10. That is a 2.
Two damage. Okay.
It's garbage damage. Okay, but yeah, that's... And, I don't know how far I can get in my turn, but I'm, hoping to get at least right up to the door.
Yeah, there's really no door there, so
Yeah.
you'll be able to see into the cabin and possibly into Theo's room, where it's probably dark in there, and you'll be hearing a commotion.
Yeah. Well, I've got a super high power flashlight, so I imagine I'm going to illuminate the room.
Ah, there you go. All right, Hammer. What's the plans?
Oh, so you're saying that this thing is leaking the very thing I have become addicted to, correct?
I am saying that, yes.
All right. So I'm gonna do a will check, right?
Okay, willpower.
No power. That's just power, right?
There is a power and a willpower, I think. Willpower points. Oh, yeah, willpower points is points. But yeah, roll it against your power, which is the ×5 of your POW score.
I passed. So that means that I can resist it, right?
You can if you want.
All right. I'm gonna run inside and get one of my jars.
Good plan.
Then I'm gonna drink it.
The dog, the general, is barking up a storm, and he, you remember that he is smarter than the average bear,
Mm-hmm.
human level intelligence. He's
Mm-hmm.
looking at you like, bro, what the fuck was that? Did you see that thing? It's fucking weird. I'm going to make him roll a sanity check too.
All right.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. He bares his teeth, and as you go and get your sludge, the general will guard the door.
That's my ass cocktail.
You got your ass cocktail?
Yeah. Yep. I'm a juicing.
All right. Theo, where you be?
I'm successfully disposing of a body.
So you've just lugged this thing, sheets and all, into the bathroom. Looking like a badass. And Chad Nolan runs in.
I like how his definition of turning into a shell of a human being is acting more and more like Chad.
I noticed that too.
And as Chad breaks, he acts more and more like a human being. Yes, we did notice this.
Yep, you guys are fucked up.
So yeah, Chad, you come into this room.
What do I actually see in this room?
So everything is in complete disarray. There's everything has been taken off of the bed and is being pulled through the doorway into the bathroom. And Theo is on the other side of this. Let's call it a macabre Santa sack that he's pulling this gift into the bathroom.
But I do see Theo, and that he's handled his business.
That's the way it appears. Yes.
Okay, I feel like I need a sanity check now.
You didn't give me one with the monster because you haven't really face to face it yet, so that's why I haven't had you roll.
Yeah,
Well-
you see the bright light shine on Theo, and he sees you and just nods and continues to try to get this thing into the bathtub.
Yeah, that's gonna confuse Chad, for reals. He's gonna be like, okay, well, I mean, that one's dead. There's another one outside. Let me go back out here. I'm gonna look for it again.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I could probably not get away. Actually, that's an +1. You're gonna have to give me an investigation roll to find it again.
Oh, that thing's probably gone then. Alright, let's see. That's an 82, which is almost certainly going to be a fail since my investigate is... investigate is not a skill. What do you want in... You want search?
Yeah, I'm thinking Call of Cthulhu. Yep, search.
Okay, well, I failed that.
Do you have a higher perception? That's a thing, isn't it? No, that's
No.
not a thing in this.
Alertness. And even if it were alertness, it'd be a fail at 82.
I think that's the right skill. I've just played so many different game types recently. I'm getting fucked up. All right, so you've lost it in your beam. Don't know where it actually went, but that's where we'll end with that. Hammer, you've got your sludge. The general is barking at the door that has been kicked open, and this thing is on the outside. What do you want to do?
Oh, I'm gonna go rip its arms off.
You drink the sludge?
Yeah, I already drank it. I thought. You
All
do
right.
a power roll.
So it's going to cost you 3 willpower points and 5 sanity points. You will gain strength, dex, and unarmed, and 20 temporary hit points. We need to figure out how many rounds this is going to last. Evens, it's going to be 2 rounds. Odds is going to be 1 round. You want to roll this thing? So I won't roll that. You roll that. What do you got going on over here? A lot of typing.
I'm trying to type the numbers in so I can change them.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that can be a little difficult.
And also, I'm trying to move it because it's in the wrong spot. The 7 needs to be with willpower.
Where's the 55 go?
It's where it should be, more or less.
Okay. The 7 willpower. And the 34?
That's luck.
Sanity? Oh, that's
No,
luck. Okay. What's your sanity at?
55.
Oh, okay. I'm tracking.
How did you move it?
I have the gizmo tool. I'm the GM.
Usually I can move that stuff.
It's being wonky.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, what am I rolling?
So it's going to be an unarmed attack if you want to just rip this thing's arms off.
The number of rounds thing.
Oh, it's evens or odds on any dice. I give you this d6, but 2
Evens.
rounds. Cool. All right. More than enough time for you. You get a plus 40 for your unarmed roll. Go ahead and give me that.
I rolled a 3.
Oh, that's just great. Roll your damage for me.
What is damage for this one? What's unarmed?
Unarmed, I think, is usually a D4. You let me know what you rolled, and I'll do the multiplying.
All right. 2.
Okay. So you reach out and grab this thing by the long arms, and you rip them out of its sockets. But you realize that this thing is like double jointed or triple jointed in ways that normal things aren't. So as you go to rip it out of its socket, it's like pulling taffy sometimes, and it's weird in your hands. Doesn't act right. You do a hell of a lot of damage to it, though. It is its turn, and it tries to grab you and drag you away. and it's not going to win this attack. So
Yeah, I have 100 and unarmed.
yeah, I got a 39. Go ahead and roll me that unarmed, just for sure to see how bad it is.
I got a 14 out of 100.
All right, so you finish ripping the arms off and then beat it with it. Beat it with its own arms. Theo's in there fucking drowning this thing, and Chad, you've stepped out in pursuit, trying to find the last one that went off into the darkness.
The last half of one.
Yeah, so we're gonna follow Chad with our camera now as he walks through the meadow that was around the Haven Inn, and he's tracking down this black blood trail.
Having seen that his pistol didn't do very much damage before he follows the thing into the deep dark woods, he's going to go get his assault rifle.
It's probably a good plan.
And that'll give anyone who wants to join him a minute to catch up. But if they are not here by the time he gets back, he is going to take his flashlight and then follow this thing into the deep dark woods.
All right, let's hear it, guys. You guys going to try to catch up with him, or what do you want to do immediately?
When I gave up the points of sanity, that did drop me to the not breaking point, but I have lost 6 or 5. I think 6.
Yep. Do you want a mania? I'll be honest with you. You don't have to take it.
Yeah,
but I think it's fun. Okay. Here's a deck of all of the disorders. I've given everybody the chance to go through the deck or just pull at random to come up with a disorder.
Intermittent explosive.
Diarrhea. You have to read the last word. So Chad walks back with his flashlight. Theo's like, what's going on? I gotta get my assault weapon. He comes back out with the flashlight and the fucking... What's the weapon you got, Chad?
It's a M4 carbine. Has all the... At this point, like, when he first got it, it was just stock standard, but he's Barbied all it up. It's got, like, way too many tactical attachments, and he's gone full gun nut on it. It might have a name, but he hasn't told anybody what it is yet.
Do you know?
No, I haven't. That was just a little bit of flavor I decided to add right in that moment.
I love it.
Theo comes running out of his front door with his pistol in his pajamas going, guys, are we okay?
There's one more in the woods. Gonna go hunting.
Yeah, okay.
Theo came out. Really?
Yeah, I mean, Chad is definitely noticing that there's definitely a change in Theo's demeanor. I'm assuming that we're still in the mode where you're like holding your firearm competently.
Oh.
I think Craven just crapped himself.
Yeah, I think so too. His card is intermittent explosive disorder. Your character is recognizably impulsive and aggressive, and at times gives way to uncontrollable rages that result in assault or destruction of property. When your character loses 2 or more sanity, make a POW ×5 check. On a failed, your character becomes enraged and attempts to assault or destroy whatever is in your immediate vicinity. I think that this was your disorder before we started playing this game.
No, it was controlled before.
It was controlled. Now it's instead of explosive, it was no, I guess even little controlled explosives. Damn. What a card for you, sir.
I'm not going to stop beating this thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're just gonna keep beating it and beating it and beating it while they're gathered up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Seeing this, Theo's gonna be like, or sorry, Chad's gonna be like, Theo, I think Hammer needs a minute. It's been getting weird since I've been drinking that dumb shit. Let's go kill this thing.
I'm also gonna. This is like you make juice. I'm making juice by beating it to death.
I just imagine you're just coated in it at this point.
Oh yeah, and like I've got this picture in my mind of like the silhouette of him just punching this juicy, pulpy mess, and there's like flying fucking viscera just showering down around him and on him. Yeah, you guys don't want anything to do with that. The general's like, I'm out of here. Let's go follow this thing. I'd rather die. All right, so between the blood trail and the dog, you guys are going to be able to find this pretty quickly. And I'm going to give Husky first dibs on this. What do you want to do, Husky?
Where do we find it? Has it crawled up a tree? Is it hiding in a little gully? Where's it at?
All right, so this thing didn't make it too far. It's heading back into the forest. So you guys are going to come up to like where the forest thickens up right next to the Haven Inn, and it's like, let's say it's over top of a log that it was like mid belly crawl. Let's put a log over here. So mid belly crawl is just like over top of this log and a slumped ass up like that.
I'm gonna put some rounds in it.
Yeah, give me that firearms check.
Watch me miss the stationary target when I hit that thing earlier. Nope, I just made it. Okay, so
Just making it.
damage for. Let's see, it is that is a light rifle or carbine. That's 1d12 with 10% lethality. So I need to roll again for lethality. Correct?
I thought lethal was the first roll. Your first damage roll. That's okay. I don't really know what's going on. Just trying to run this game poorly. Alright, so you got, what, 67?
Yep. And I got 1 damage.
So the damage on that thing is a D12 die?
Yep.
Okay, that's where I'm getting fucked up. Every other thing with lethal is like, add the 2 D10s together.
Well, pretty much everything in the firearms has both a damage die and a lethality die.
Grenade's the only one that doesn't.
Maybe that's where I'm getting all messed up, because if it's a grenade, you just add them together.
Anyway.
Alright, so yeah, you slap some, what is it, 7.62 rounds into it. Pop, 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 pop.
M4 would be 5.56, but you know, it's...
Oh, it's 5.56?
Difference, difference that makes no difference in this case, because it did 1 damage.
So it hisses and tries to crawl up underneath the log, like try to get over top of the log and hide behind it, curling up into a ball. And you guys hear this like hissing noise, and it's like Theo knows it's like this acidic drool stuff that this thing had, but you hear it like hiss, and then each of you give me a luck roll.
14 out of 37.
It's a pass.
$20 out of 80 something, out of 89.
It's a pass. So this wet sound, like kind of like a water balloon being exploded, it erupts from the back of the general, and the general yelps and spins, and you see like his quarter panel, sorry, his rear leg, left side, it just starts like shedding hair and muscle and skin, and he's like yelping. He just got hit by some like acidic ball, and he like slumps to the ground. He's trying to drag his ass on the ground. Both of you guys give me alertness checks.
$91. I did not pass.
I did not pass either with an 85.
Okie dokie. So the one on the other side of this log is just scrabbling. You can hear it. It's hissing, but you also hear a louder hiss. Don't know exactly where it's coming from. Looking around with your flashlight, just can't see it. It's just dense forest. And the dog's yelping, screaming, barking. You know what? He might. He does. He's going to try to GTFO. Because he is a person. And he's just been hurt horribly. So the dog starts running back towards the Haven Inn. And he leaves you two out there. Theo, what do you want to do?
I've got an armor-piercing pistol, and I'm going to aim through that log at the scary black goop god. Oh, that was so close to a 33 out of... I successfully hit it 32 out of 72.
Awesome. All right, so between the door gun on Husky, the shots from Husky's pistol, now shots from Husky's M4, and now armor-piercing rounds from Theo. Yeah, he's been hit 4 times.
6 damage, armor-piercing 2.
Nice. All right. So that's what we needed. As you come around, actually, you didn't even come around. You shot through the log, so you'll cease to hear the little hiss. The big hiss is still going off. It sounds like oh man, what are those things that the... You guys been by like the pipeline that runs through here? Do you guys have any idea what I'm talking about? They've got blow-off valves that go off randomly, and they are like the loudest fucking squeal. I can't even make the noise, but that's what it sounds like. And it's coming from deeper in the woods.
Are we going deeper?
I mean, we should probably figure out what it is, but I want to check on the general and hammer before we go back out. Maybe regroup.
All right, let's yeah.
So you guys turn away from the forest and start walking back?
I mean, I'm definitely checking over my shoulder.
All right, with the flashlight?
Yeah.
All right, give me an alertness and a luck roll. Both of you, luck roll.
Luck first.
I got a 69 for my alertness.
Nice. I got a 19 for luck.
I did not pass my luck roll, but I did get a 69 for my alertness.
That's great. You see it coming at you. So what it would have been out of the darkness, but you see like it at the last second, your flashlight goes across its face. It's one of these crawler things. It is massive. The ones that you guys have been fucking with, these little ones, it's on the order of like double that size, and it's in the woods, and it shoots this like acid spitball at you, which you see coming at you with your flashlight. I'm going to give you a chance to dodge it here. if you roll me a dodge roll, or you can just take the acid damage, I guess, if you want to. I don't know if you want to.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna roll. I'm gonna fail, but I'm gonna roll. I did fail.
I also failed.
Okay. So as this spitball hits you, you were wearing pajamas, right?
Yep.
You weren't naked.
Nope.
Who does that?
My character's actually like pretty much in his clothes. Sleeps with a gun under his pillow, door with the rig shotgun, ready for combat.
Yeah, I've got like traditional button-up pajamas.
I love that visual, too. Where's the D8? I had a D8. There it is. All right.
Wait, are you traditional? You mean like onesie footy pajamas?
Little rabbit ears at the top.
I could easily put on like a house coat and it would fit right in.
Smoking jacket.
Yes.
All right, so each of you are going to take 2 damage. This is going to be in the flavor of acid damage, and it, splashes at you guys. It's not an actual like full-on hit.
Okay. That reduces me to 14 hit points.
So this is where you want to like, oh my god, it's on my shirt, and like rip your shirt off so that it doesn't get into your skin and bones. That makes sense.
Okay.
I just want to see you shirtless.
Yeah, I got a little bit lower. I'm going to start taking.
I gave him a taste and he wants more.
Okay, but you're fleeing. That is still the plan.
Yes, it's run and shoot.
Okay. Give me a firearms check. Let's see if you can hit it. It doesn't seem to be advancing towards you.
It does seem to be eating a face full of bullets.
That's good.
High lethality. Not lethal. Does 7 damage.
And then another 5 plus 2 armor piercing.
Oh yeah, the M4 is armor piercing 3, by the way.
Cool. All right, so that's 5 armor pierced, and God damn it, why didn't I actually write? I had all this. It's 12 total damage so far. 7 and 5.
Huh?
Yep. 5 of it was AP.
No, all of it was AP. The M4 is armor piercing 3.
For a total of 5 armor piercing.
Yes,
Oh.
thank you.
Oh, you're adding them together. Okay.
All right, so you guys are backpedaling back into the Haven Inn proper, shooting at this thing that is now beyond your flashlight range. But you are hitting it, and it is doing that squeal, but on like a bass level tone that the other little ones weren't hitting. Some register deep within your chest. You guys will all meet up again. Hammer's here. He's still making pulp juice. The general is here, and he is freaking the fuck out. And you guys can see under your flashlight beam that the acid has really ate up the general's butt side. It's not good for him. He's bleeding profusely.
We should do some first aid on the dog.
I have some Neosporin. No, that's not for acid burns. Run it
Good
under
God.
water.
Maybe I should do it. I mean, I don't have that skill, but maybe I should do it anyway.
No, you just neutralize the acid. Like we pour some milk on it. That's yes. I look in my first aid kit to
Worst.
see if
Worst doctor. I feel like that would just dissolve my rage. Just listen to Theo give medical advice.
Put some Neosporin and milk on it. You'll be fine.
Right?
It's like the doctor from Forrest Gump.
there's an 82 out of 39. That was not very helpful.
You got to stop putting
Yeah.
icy hot on everything, all right?
If only you knew of that.
There's only one doctor that was good at that shit.
Yeah, we should load the dog up in the car and take it to the vet.
Take him to Dr. Payne.
No, not that doctor.
Hammer, are you coming with us? Are we taking you're taking your car, or am I taking mine and you're going to catch up later?
No, yeah, I'll come. I help load the dog in the car.
Okay.
And then I get in the driver's seat.
Into the sledge we go.
Yep.
For a very early morning rendezvous at Valerie Boone's veterinarian office here in Two Oaks. I'm going to get everybody.
Did you put your clothes on first?
I didn't.
Oh, no, he's still naked.
I am covered in black goo.
You can sit in the front, Theo.
No, we need but the general.
No, I insist.
Any more conversation as we drive?
It's pretty quiet.
I imagine Theo is just awkwardly staring as straight ahead as he can.
Like as he's sitting down, the goo is starting to like slowly slide off of him, and no. Because I can see like now he's got an actual human colored shoulder instead of a black shadow goo shoulder. I'm like, oh wow, that's an interesting way. Like,
Let's not forget the smell. Let's not forget the smell.
It does smell like ass. Like straight up sewage.
Can we turn on the air conditioning? No, I'm gonna put the window down.
Oh shit! I lost everything.
I also rolled my window down when you say that. So now the black goo is being blown around the car.
I mean, that's probably not good for the dog or the general.
All right, give me alertness checks as you guys are driving. That's how we'll do this.
I passed by 1 point.
I critted. I got a 44 out of 70.
Love those crits.
I did not pass. I'm trying not to look at something.
Yeah, I think you're focused on the on trying to help the general.
Or my
Agent
giant
Ringo.
dong.
Yeah, maybe
He's
you don't
clearly
want to look at
focused
that.
on my giant dong.
Right. But Hammer and Husky, there as you guys are passing like residential buildings that you've been here for like a month now. And you guys are passing residential buildings that are now like they've got smashed windows out front and tiny fires going on inside. Something looks like it descended on this town last night, and things have drastically changed. And on your way to the vet, Hammer, with your crit, you will see these things, these crawlers, flitting in and out of the darkness just on the edge of your headlights, going from house to house, and you'll even see them like dismembering townspeople and like dragging their bodies away. Shit has hit the fan, gentlemen. But you get to the vet. Let me pull the vet up. There's a slight doggy whine as you guys pull up to the vet, as the general kind of cries softly in the back seat. You guys load him into the vet's office where Valerie she's gotten here early. She's been here for 3 days straight pretty much. She's already made a cup of coffee, and you guys walk up in with the general.
So all of the chaos in the town has not reached the vet's office? Or is there like some magic barrier around the vet office?
But based
There,
on what I'm seeing, there is not a magic barrier.
yeah, no magic barrier. It just hasn't reached here yet.
Also, Valerie's token, along with most of your NPCs, are not coming in.
But
That's weird. I can see Val.
It's because you have cookies still.
Ah, I like cookies.
we love some cookies. This episode brought to you by cookies.
Cookies Monster.
Who's Monster? Everybody likes cookies. Oh, shit, I can't find Valerie. I've got Diane, I got Dave, I got... Hey, you know what? Let's make her sexy.
I mean, we could just. It says Valerie. We can just roll with it for the time being. But you're gonna wanna relink all these things.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Real big bummer. Alright, but yeah, you slap the general down on the table and you're like, fix him! Right, that's the plan.
That is the plan.
Valerie's like, you never come by just to hang out. You always are like, no, he's gotta be fixed. Save my friend.
There's also the town is under attack, and we figured you might need help.
Is my dad okay? Asked
So no,
Valerie.
we came here first. Figured your dad can handle himself. Do you have a shower here?
Is she unfazed by the naked person?
She is not unfazed. She's very, very not unfazed. Can you see her now?
Yes, she looks very different.
Yeah, she's gonna be different.
She is obviously a bad guy now.
I found a bathtub.
Yep. Thank you,
I'm
Kiz.
gonna go rinse off in a bathtub and find a pair of pants.
It's a good plan. As you guys go and do that, she is going to put a some sort of base chemical on the general to stop the acid. And yeah, she's gonna put the general like under general anesthesia and knock his ass out too. Okay, so you're saying the town is under attack. You don't know where my dad is. I need to call him. Have you guys talked to him yet today? Last I had heard, he was working on some murder up the hill.
It's like 7 a.m. at this point, I'm assuming. Maybe
Yeah,
like
it's pretty. Yeah,
it'd be like, no, we woke up to monster things trying to eat us, and apparently they're eating the rest of the town, and we came here, and that's all we've really had time to do. But yeah, trying to get a hold of your dad's probably a good idea.
okay. She pulls her phone out, goes to dial a number, and the call doesn't seem to be going through. She's like, God damn, it's Wi-Fi calling. She swipes around on her phone. I can't get out. Can you guys call? Can anybody else call him?
Does my cell phone work?
It is not making calls.
I'm gonna be like, no, tower's probably down.
Do you still have a landline? That would probably make
I
it
have
through.
I have a yep. I have a landline. She runs over to the front desk. I have a dial tone, but it's not connecting. It just goes to voicemail.
Did you try calling
All
the
right.
sheriff's office instead of his cell phone?
911. I'm gonna call 911. A little panicked.
It's probably not gonna work.
Yeah, that doesn't go through either.
Yeah, the town is under attack. Look, your dad will come here first.
That's
Like,
true.
You understand that, right? Like, he's gonna come here first.
He'll come for me. Yeah, you're right.
If he can.
Theo, what are you doing?
Checking to see if any ghoulie guys are coming towards us?
Yeah, I was going to say we should secure the perimeter. If the town is under attack, it's possible they're coming here as well.
Chad is looking for things to board up windows with.
Okay, good plans. Let's see. You guys do see whoever's outside or watching the outside perimeter. It seems like these crawlers are attacking pretty indiscriminately throughout the town. You'll hear screams, gunshots. It sounds pretty bad, like when you guys do hear noise. It is silent a lot, which just puts even more tension in there. Yeah, so it's sporadic, but terrifying when you do hear something.
Are they just out in the daylight? They don't need to try to stick to the shadows?
Correct, yeah, as the sun is rising. Remember, you guys are in a valley, so the sun hasn't gotten to the very tops of our valley mountains yet. So you're still pretty much in a lot of shade, even though it's 7:30. But yeah, right around 8 o'clock, that's when it'll probably get bright enough. Theo's got a good plan. You want to wait it out? Boarding up the windows and stuff like that's a good idea too. But you guys, yeah, let's fast forward a little bit. You guys set up a perimeter and you watch out, and Theo's theory is correct. And as the sun reaches above the valley mountaintops around it, it seems like all of these little crawly things have gone away, and the screaming stops. And then you guys start hearing like the aftermath, people trying to leave and things like that, people crying a lot, packing cars. No sirens.
Well, let's wait a little bit and see if the sheriff shows up, but if he isn't here in like an hour, we should probably pack Valerie up and the general and then see if the green box is still intact.
Is there a radio here?
Probably one in your truck.
Yeah, I'll check the police band, see if the sheriff answers on that.
Okay, so you go out to the sledge and you get on your CB radio. And what do you say into your CB?
Well, obviously I start with breaker. And then I go on the police band. And I ask if the sheriff is there.
You hear a woman's voice come back, and she says, "I'm the sheriff's unavailable. This is Diana. Do you, Diana Merchant? I'm the dispatcher here at the sheriff's office. Do you have any idea what's going on out there? We've locked all the doors, and people have been trying to call nonstop since early this morning, and I don't know where anybody is."
Yeah, monsters are attacking the town.
That's what everybody's saying on the 911 calls. But we're not going to go outside. We're just going to stay in here. Do you know where the sheriff's? Oh God.
Well, that's what we're calling. That's what I was calling on the police band. So he's obviously not near his car.
Can't get a hold of him either.
Where was he last?
There was a triple homicide late last night. The houses. He's going to get the information for 3 houses that the sheriff, it was all neighbors, and they were all on the same street. But basically, he showed up to one house to investigate a murder, and then it turned out there were 2 other houses involved. I don't know if you guys remember that yesterday or last time, because it was over a month ago, I think.
All right. We'll head to those locations. I will let Valerie come with us if she needs to.
Safety in numbers, right?
I mean, it's daytime, so I don't think there's anything to worry about. Nighttime's when they come out.
Okay. The general's going to have to stay here and recover, if that's okay with you guys.
Yep.
Pop him in here. Not really a dog. God, could you imagine?
Waking up in a cage. I was about to say, leave it open for him. He's not gonna. He'll be okay. He's a good boy.
One day you're a normal dude. The next day you're magically transported into the body of a dog. Your dog. That means that your dog is gone. But you are in the body of your dog, so you have to cope with that. And then 3 random fuckers show up, look at your body all chopped up in half, and you're like, fuck, I guess I'm gonna hang out with these fuckheads. It's such a weird experience for Ringo. Just thinking about that for a second, sorry. And then Red. Oh man. Okay. Alright, so the plan is to wait for contact, or if that doesn't happen, go to the skiff. I like that idea. How long do you guys want to wait around before you do head to the skiff?
I was down for giving it an hour. If he doesn't show up by an hour, he's gonna want to see if his daughter's okay. And if he doesn't show up, I don't think he can show up.
Yeah.
We leave a note on the fridge.
Went to secret skiff BBL.
Have Valerie looking for you.
Have Valerie looking for you?
Yes.
Do you write it in black blood?
No. Valerie's safe. She worried about you.
You get one of those really big 4x7 3M sticky pads so you can write like a huge letter.
Yeah.
My dearest Clayton Boone, we have your daughter. She is safe and sound. Sorry, that...
For now.
For now. We have taken her to a place that you cannot follow. Oh, shit. Alright, so we're going to the skiff.
I mean, we can swing by those, since it's daytime, we can swing by those 3 houses from the murder scene first, I guess.
Okie dokie.
See if we see the sheriff's car.
Yes, okay. I like this plan. Man, I really did delete all of my fucking things on the town map. Silly me. That's okay. Oh, let's do one of these. I talk to myself normally, but I usually mute, so you guys are hearing like my inner monologue.
It's your outer monologue right now.
Yeah.
So this build button doesn't bring him back?
Nope.
Sucks.
Yeah, I know what happened. I built, I saved the table, and then I came back, I reinitialized, saw it, and was like, oh, I need to pack this, and hit the pack button while it was empty. And then I saved the table again.
Gotta do it.
Learn from my mistakes, kids. Well, I had some photos of houses. We're gonna have to do this with our minds. Boo-hoo. Just like the old days.
Oh no, we have to use our imaginations.
We gotta use our imaginations. It's 10 o'clock. It's past my bedtime.
Feeling the immersion.
Killing it. All right. You guys pull up to Poplar Lane, where supposedly the sheriff was had a case and he was working it. And sure enough, his car is there. Poor sheriff, his white brand new Tahoe was crashed unceremoniously. So he was stuck with the sheriff's cruiser car. So that's what he's in. And it's sitting in the driveway of a white 2-story with it's got nice foliage around. It's a well-kept house. There's his car in the driveway, and then in front of his car is a Honda Odyssey van. There's crime scene tape on the front door of the house, and there's no lights on the car, like no blinky hazard lights. Everybody tracking so far? What do you guys want to do?
Valerie, you should stay in the car.
Agreed. Is the door open to the crime scene? Or is it shut?
No. Front door's closed, but crime scene tape has got X over the front door.
So it wasn't closed from the inside. Because that would have broken the tape, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's probably not in there then. But his car's here. Take a closer look at the car. What's in the car? Is that in the car?
No, that's not in the car.
It's under the car.
As you approach the sheriff's car sitting in the driveway, it's unlocked if you want to try it, but there's nothing sitting inside the car. No people. He's got a shotgun in the front dash holster, and it's locked in place.
Okay, well, that's not a good sign because that would have been useful. He would have probably taken that with him if he'd known what was up. No notebooks or case folders or anything like that? Just any part of the investigation?
Or shell casings laying around?
Shell casings lying around, ripped clothing, torn up pieces of metal.
No, nothing in the car.
Okay. I mean, we're here. I'm going to take a quick peek inside. I am
Through a window or through the front door?
Through the front door, and I'm going to go ahead and bring my rifle.
Okay. So, like I said, there's a X of crime scene tape going across the front door. It's like stickied to the door frame.
Okay.
And as you approach it, you test the doorknob, and the doorknob is unlocked.
Okay. I'm gonna just open the door and push my way through.
The smell of copper hits your nose first, and then there's an underlying smell of shit as the front door squeaks open. You're gonna have to break down the X of the crime scene tape to go inside, unless you want to like really dip way low and try to get underneath it.
And it's just taped on. I'll just take my hand and bat it away.
Okay, you push through the crime scene tape and you let yourself inside, and there's no lights on inside the house, but because it's now daytime or early morning, you can see a little bit inside. It's not musty or stale in here. It smells like blood and shit, and it's still got like a breeze to it. The air is moving in here. And as you make your way through the front foyer of the house, it opens up into a dining room and a living room, and there's blood everywhere.
Okay. I want to stop here and listen. And if I don't hear any movement in the house, like I'm going to stand completely stationary. If I don't hear any movement, no floorboards or anything moving in the house, I'm going to call out for Sheriff Boone. I'm also going to make sure that at least one of my friends came with me.
Right behind.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
You two roll me alertness checks as well.
Got a 30?
35.
Yeah, I did good.
That failed.
Okay, so the living room of this house has people in it, or the remains of people. They've been chewed on and dissolved. It's gruesome. It's nasty. It's one of the worst crime scenes that you've probably come across ever. It's hard to distinguish one body from another body. They've kind of been chummed up. It's gross. And as you don't hear any people in the house that are alive. You don't hear anything. It is dead quiet, except for you guys walking through. And unfortunately, one of you steps forward off the foyer and into like the living room area, and the carpet kind of squelches underneath your feet. And that little voice inside your head's like, "Get the fuck out of here! This is awful."
Is there a half melted police badge anywhere?
Your alertness? No, you do not see any sign of Sheriff Clayton Boone in this house.
Okay.
Wait, we're not here.
And I did call for him, so if he was alive, he would have answered.
Right?
Okay, I guess it's time to leave then.
You going out the front, or you can go through the house and out the back, like into the backyard. I just asked because Diane Merchant, when you talked to her at the dispatch office, she said that there was a neighborhood thing. It was like 3 houses. Do you guys want to check out the other houses too?
Back door first.
But we do, yes, want to check out the other houses as well.
Don't step on the carpet, though. Whoa. Sorry, it's real gross.
Really? I hadn't noticed.
You also might want to try to find his shirt.
He's got Kevlar on.
I got a Kevlar vest on. Who needs a shirt when you have a Kevlar vest? And I found these pants.
Free balling. He's got the lower.
I think these are ladies' sweatpants. They're a little tight.
Yeah, I'm free.
I'd like to point out that, you're all worried about him freeballing, and I'm like, there's something just dissolved people in this fucking living room. Can we pay attention?
He has his own things he focuses on.
I can tell.
Balls.
Balls. He is staring at my now tightly covered package.
You weren't in the front seat.
No, that was intentional there, Theo.
Yeah, let's go through the backyard.
What a chinchilla in your pocket? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so sliding glass door. Get you out into the backyard. And the sliding glass door glass has been smashed out. It looks like you guys can put 2 and 2 together. These things have been attacked by the same crawlers that attacked you. They came through the glass. The issue here, and the thing that you guys need to remind yourselves of, is the crawlers that attacked you guys very, very early in the morning. The sheriff was here at this house yesterday checking these murders out. So there's a timeline thing that's a little bit different. But you guys go out into the backyard, and there's, I guess, a trail of these little foot and handprints that you guys could trace from this backyard to the neighbor's backyard.
I would like to keep an eye out for any of these community, if these 3 houses are connected by a community lot, I want to see if there's a well.
There is.
Are there any dogs nearby?
There was. You left him at the vet.
Damn it.
So this is probably that well system from earlier.
Yeah, you go and check this well out, and just like the other one, it's like a stone cylinder wall with an old-fashioned bridge over top with a pulley system. It looks like a classic wishing well. And these little tracks from the crawlers come out and touch the soft ground at the base of the well. So you see these tracks pretty good.
Okay, we can keep looking for the sheriff. I think I know where these things came from.
Oh, Theo's taking a couple of measurements, trying to see if that overlays on top of his poor map that he got from the petroglyphs.
So you're going to take the
Just like
ancient
Yep.
map. Okay.
Coordinates plus here, like he's trying to see like where a upshoot would be.
Okay. I think that you'd need to take some time to do this. It's a great idea. I think that you should look for landmarks, maybe. And being an anthropologist, you would know what landmarks would last, decades or millennia. So you start looking for things like that would correlate between today's map and the map stone, right?
Yes.
Okay. It's a great idea, but I need you to take some time to do it. I don't know if you can do it out in the field.
Yeah, they're going out like for the next, 10 minutes. I'm going to sit here and like come up with that big plan by myself and write down all these coordinates.
Okay. So you're going to stay in the first house, or are you going to be in the backyard?
I'm going to be in the backyard.
Or by the well?
I'm going to be by the well.
Okay. All right, then. Hammer, do you want to cross the fence and go into the neighbor's yard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if they have a well, too.
So it looks like they don't. This well would have fed the upper part of this neighborhood back in the day. So like Archon was saying, it's kind of like it was a communal well for this area, and it served a bunch of houses. So the neighbors don't have one, but there was one in the area that all of them would have access to. But you go into the neighbor's yard. They've got a shed. It's actually a pretty big shed, 16 by 30. Got a big garage door on the front, and the back door of the house. This is a one-story rambler, and the back door of the house was a storm door and then like a big steel door, and both of those have been shattered with like acid, and then you can see kind of into the back of this rambler if you want to go into the neighbor's house. Or you can check out the shed.
I'll check the shit out first.
You call out. Are you calling out? Are you being sneaky, or how are you moving around?
I think I'm being sneaky. Not like super sneaky, just, I'm not drawing attention. I want to know what's going on.
If he's being sneaky, then I will keep my distance from him, but I will not be sneaky. But I will make sure that if something is coming from me, that it would, have to expose itself to him. That makes sense.
Okay.
So, like, if he walks up to the door of the shed, I'll walk around the other side and I'll be, like, calling out for Sheriff Boone or anybody to answer. But I'll be in line of sight of him.
Okay.
I'll be bait.
Right.
That's what I'm doing.
Well, you guys circle the shed around, you call out Sheriff Boone's name, and Hammer pops the garage door. You guys are all trained agents, so you do pretty well checking corners and things like that, making sure you're not going to get ambushed. Inside of the shed is this guy's like lawnmower, blower, bit combo thing. He's got a ton of stuff in here for woodworking and things like that. And he also has like a TV in the back with like a lazy boy that's probably 30 or 40 years old. And it's just been this old dude's chair for forever. and it's facing away from you guys. And as you guys pop the door, you can see like just on the other side of this chair, there's a head, like somebody's sitting in this chair, but it's not moving. Hammer, you see this first, so I'm going to give you an opportunity here to check it out.
Yeah, I'll find out who's sitting in the chair.
All right, so you walk up through this guy's workshop, and you're tall. So as you get, over to him, you see more and more of this guy's body as he's sitting. He's just sitting in the chair, not moving or anything. And as you approach,
Is he missing the top of his head?
Yes.
Yeah. He ended things.
So he's sitting there. He's got a pistol half gripped in one hand as you come around the chair. And, yep. He's been dead for a while.
Is it the sheriff?
It is not the sheriff.
I didn't think it would be, but...
Nope, still a man with a beard.
I don't check for a pulse. I do take the gun and pocket it.
Oh, in your sweatpants. Women's sweatpants.
Yeah, they're super tight. You should hold it.
Okay. Husky, do you want to check out the house? Or you want to wait for Hammer to come out and tell you what he's found?
No, I'll start checking out the house. Where's Theo at?
I'm by the well investigating.
Oh, we left him all by himself? That's probably not the best idea.
Well, he's pretty competent. I don't know if you've noticed lately, but he's getting there. He might actually become a real agent.
Is he still super confident?
What do you mean?
I was asking Kizik more than anyone else.
He hasn't been super confident since he left his bungalow.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh yeah, I don't notice that he changes between the two.
So I'm gonna, if Theo's not with the group, I'm gonna make sure that we're all like close enough together. Like I don't think we should be separated, even though it is daytime.
So you're gonna go back towards Theo?
Yep.
Instead of into the neighbor's house. Okay.
Cool. I mean, I ultimately do want to go into the neighbor's house, but it is a bad idea to split the party in this kind of scenario.
Nah, what's the worst that could happen?
Have you ever seen a horror movie?
Yeah, many. Look, based on horror movie logic, Theo should be the last to go.
True story, but, that's no reason to be separated.
Yeah, it's going to keep him for last.
Theo, you were here trying to investigate locations and landmarks, and you were putting two and two together. You want to make a roll for this? I don't know what role it would be. Maybe anthropology or archaeology roll. We could slap maybe survival, but your survival is pretty shit.
That's rude. We could do survival, but you're shitty as fuck at it.
You're shitty at it, though, bruh.
Not like an anthropology and then a search.
Yeah. Those would both work.
Oh, that's a 37 on anthropology, which is pretty good. Then a 93 on search. So I know what I'm looking for, but I can't find it.
All right, so you've put together that there's been this generations of mines underneath the town. There's probably crisscrossing mine shafts everywhere. You've got these wells. Obviously, these things are coming out of the wells and now hunting people down in the town. And it looks like they're just straight up destroying people. Nothing is being brought back to these wells. There's no like dragging back. They're just eating people, destroying them completely. So there's that. But you have put this together in a way that you think you've located the start of the descent down to find the Hollow God. You think you know where to start.
And then at this point, I hear Husky whistle. Hey, get over here. What are you doing?
Perfect. What happens next?
We go investigate the house.
Yeah. Also, is there a seat on the back of that thing? Like it's meant to be ridden?
That's what the model has on it, but I don't think that it
Yeah.
has one of those.
Maybe in the next game I run, we can ride these things. Model's fucking trippy as shit.
Yeah, the more you look at it, the more disturbing it is.
You don't want to meet the riders of those things.
Do they also have black blood? Because I will eat that motherfucker.
I think a lot of the things that you're going to run into, they've got black blood. Black blood.
I'm going
Black
to be a
blood.
vampire.
I hop the fence and go, oh, we were investigating. Oh, we got to find the sheriff. I think I can. I think I might be able to get us to the Shadow God if we want to go into the tunnels. Maybe.
The Shadow God?
Yeah.
He's really bad with names.
That's what the crawl woke up. I'm pretty sure that's what they called it too.
Huh.
No. Maybe it was a Hollow God. We're fighting
Huh.
shadow people. It's tough. Oh no, it is Hollow God. Sorry, I found a note right here. Anyway, let's find the sheriff. Hey, where'd you get that giant shotgun?
Who?
It's right there next to your penis. I mean, it's in your pocket.
Some guy used it to blow his head off. I thought it might be useful.
Theo flinches.
But that's not what you should have said there. You missed an opportunity. You should have said, that's not a gun. I'm just happy to see you.
Yeah, no, I don't think that way. If he wants to stare at my package, he's more than welcome to stare. I don't touch.
Oh, did you say Glock? I thought you said cock.
Yeah, right. That is a loaded cock. I mean Glock. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so Theo, you hop the fence. You look at this Rambler, one-story Rambler house that they haven't gone into yet. And the back door of this thing has been kind of dissolved away. And you see like little pitter-patter trails from these cave crawlers as they've gone into the house. And then blood prints as they've come out of the house. And you guys haven't gone inside yet, but Theo, you look at this doorway and this door, and you're like, oh boy, more death and destruction behind door number 2.
But no shell casings yet.
The door's open, so I don't have to open it.
Correct. Who wants to go in first?
I'll go.
Thanks.
I almost want to close the door behind me just to watch Theo go,
It is kind of melted with acid, but yeah.
I'll get the next one.
get the next one. Yeah. Looking for shell casings. Like, it looks like nobody even bought these things.
Yeah, that's kind of apparent when you enter this house. There is no fight for normal people. These things jumped these people during, like, family time last night or yesterday, and it was brutal. They were brutalized. It's absolutely disgusting in here.
And then you said it leads out the front door?
So the crawlers came in through the back door and then came back out through the back door. So the front door
Oh,
of this
okay.
house doesn't look like it's been disturbed. But it leads you to the conclusion that the crawlers have systematically moved from one home to another. And you see the pieces of people left. And there's peculiar, acid burns and shit on these bodies. These people have been fed upon.
All right. I will. Do the tracks lead to the next house?
They do. Yeah. Door number 3.
All right. I will. We'll head to that door. And these were previously, like the night before the crawlers came. These were homicides.
So they were called in as a homicide. Somebody called it in. They heard a gunshot. So the sheriff came up to investigate, and when he investigated, all 3 households had dead people inside. And he was trying to figure this out.
So it was these dead people.
Correct.
Okay. And this was the night before last night.
Correct. Friday evening.
All
You
right.
guys got a text Saturday morning.
All right.
All right. And you're learning the characteristics of these cave crawlers. So, door number 3, you go hop the fence. Neighbor number 3, it's a nice house. Used to be. Same old inside. Now you guys have seen this a third time. It's not getting any better for you, though. It's still horrific, nasty, smells bad. Probably
But
eat a guy shotgun.
still no sheriff.
Still no sheriff. His car's here.
Huh. There's only one well, right?
There is, yes.
Huh. I'm gonna go do survival and see. It looks like the
there's only-
sheriff went into the well.
There's only one well in this area next to these houses. There's tons of wells throughout Two Oaks, to be clear.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, you can go
Does it
walk
look
back
like
over
the
to the well.
tracks? Does it look like these tracks go to the next house?
So the cave crawlers came out of the well, went house 1, house 2, house 3, back to the well.
Okay. And it's easily able to decipher that it came out of and went into the well.
Yes. You guys have been here enough. You're looking around. You've got their tracks. It's very distinct, like 3-fingered tracks.
So the only thing that doesn't make a lot of sense is why the sheriff wouldn't have his gun when he went into the well.
Or that he would go into the well at all.
No, that part makes sense.
I don't think it does.
Because we're going to go in the well.
He's not suicidal.
I'm not suicidal.
Also, we didn't see any tracks for the sheriff going into the well.
Well, that's what I was about to go check.
Yeah, we can go turn on the sirens on the police and see if anybody comes out, because the whole town was attacked pretty hard last night. See if there's any survivors.
That was actually exactly what I was thinking.
Are there more footprints going back towards the well than we see leaving the well? Do they come in and eat these people and then grow stronger, and that's why we got attacked later? They're reproducing off of...
Or are they bigger?
That's interesting. The return trip critter footprints are a little bit bigger. They do increase in size. Good call.
And there's no other footprints there, right?
There's no human footprints near the well.
Okay.
Except your own.
Except their own.
I like the idea of you guys going to the sheriff's cruiser, turning on the siren, and seeing who pops out. That's cool.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
So we're going to go do that. Sheriff's got to be around here somewhere, even if he is just in pieces. Also, Valerie's probably at the car, being a little freaked out.
You guys have been gone for a long time.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Everything okay?
Don't go into any of those houses, and you didn't find your dad yet.
Okay.
So Chad's going to turn the siren on and the lights, for good measure.
Okay. Pulling out people. People that you will see. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see these people, and I don't have to rehost them.
Well, 3 out of 4 ain't bad.
Who don't you see?
Jackie.
Jackie. God damn it. He's one of the originals. Let's see if I've got a local. My computer is being awfully slow. All right, so the siren goes off on the car, Bloop! And you guys leave it on, annoyingly, with the lights and everything. But out filters 4 people in this neighborhood. This guy comes up first, and he's shaking uncontrollably. And he approaches you guys, and he's like, "Y'all ain't the cops? Y'all ain't the cops? What the fuck? Y'all ain't the cops? We're the cops."
Just have a seat over here. Have you seen the sheriff?
I ain't seen no sheriff. I ain't seen the sheriff. Oh my god, I seen some shit. You gonna have him sit down over here?
Yep, just gonna have him sit down in the grass next to the cruiser.
All right, so next up is this young lady. And she approaches with both of her arms extended straight down, clutched to her sides with her wrists. I'm sorry, so her fingertips are splayed out and away from her body. It's almost like, you know how when little kids wanted to fly, they'd put their arms down and like wiggle their fingers, like, I don't know. It's a weird pose, but anyway, she walks up to you guys with her arms straight down and her hands splayed out like that. And she's like, "Have you seen them? Where did they come from? Hello? Who are you?"
I'm gonna have her sit down next to Earl, and I'm gonna say, "Have you seen the sheriff?"
No, she just stops talking.
Yeah.
Theo's going to go into his briefcase and go, "I think I got this," and start rolling blunts for everybody.
Interesting. Of the local weeds?
This
Yes.
is how I tell you a certain lack of experience, because while that might work on someone who's used to that kind of experience, if it's their very first time and they're already in a traumatic state, you may make things significantly worse.
Mm-hmm.
I think me and Earl are going to be okay. I don't know about Gemma.
All right, next up, Jackie walks up with this old lady.
Okay.
You guys wouldn't know. Well, Jackie, you saw him the first day in Podunks. He was talking to Eliza at the bar, and Eliza Abernathy ran out after him, saying, "She'll never love you, Jack." You remember that?
He's the one he's the one that had the motorcycle.
He is the one with the green motorcycle. That's right.
I have notes.
It's Johnny's
Cool.
brother.
Johnny Depp's. Yeah.
So he's coherent and got his wits about him.
He does, and he's helping this lady who's probably in her mid-80s. She's walking with a cane. He's helping her down the street, and he seems like he's doting over her a little bit. She's saying shit like, this fucking town has always been awful. I just can't wait to move out of here. And Jackie, you're going to take me. Like, she's like, that kind of grumpy old lady.
I'm going to ask them about the sheriff.
Oh, yeah, I seen the sheriff. I saw him last night. He was going up the street there. And she points her cane up the road. The road continues like a couple blocks, and then it goes into the forest, like every fucking road around Two Oaks. She says, he was headed right up the mountain like a bat out of hell, he was. And Jackie Depp's like, yeah, actually I saw it too. I was out front. I was smoking a cigarette, and man, sheriff was fucking running. I don't know if he was running after something or if something was chasing him, but I went inside. I shut the door. I grabbed my piece, and I'm gonna make sure my grandma stays safe. Oh, he's a good boy. She like pats his head.
Well, Jackie, I think what you should do is you and Earl and Jenna and your grandma here should all get in a car and get out of town before sunset.
Oh, yeah, okay. Cool. I'll go do that. Grandma, you stay right here with Jenna and Earl, and Jackie goes inside one of the houses. One of the crime scene houses.
Oh, as he's heading to the door of one of those, I would holler and be like, if you have stuff in there, you don't want to get it.
You don't want to go in there.
Oh, I was gonna get keys for the van. There's a van right here. You don't think the keys are inside?
Yeah, you know what? I'll get those for you. Give me 1 second.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
If you go in there, you may not come out the same person.
And you're the only one who seems to be able to drive right now, so you should probably just wait here.
Ooh, that bad. Oh, okay. Yeah, good.
If I said the words human pudding, you wouldn't want to know what that looked like, right?
Yes, Hammer, go get the keys.
Yeah, I'll go get the keys.
He's at a loss for words.
See, I told you wouldn't want to see that.
Human pudding.
I'll take a picture if you want.
Nope, I'm good. Yeah, that's ugh. All right, so Jackie seems like he does kind of have things under control here, and if you get the keys to the Honda Odyssey, he will load Grandma Ward up into the back seat. Jenna takes the shotgun seat, and Earl kind of catatonically goes and sits in the back third row. Yeah, he seems disconnected from the world right now. Maybe in shock.
Yep. Well, we might be able to save 4 people.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Got the bet.
No.
Valerie.
We want to keep Valerie with us for the time being. First, if we run into her dad and we've sent her off somewhere, he's going to want to go look for her. Second, she's actually a medical professional that knows how to put something other than icy hot on a wound. So...
That seems pretty useful.
I've helped both of you before.
Mm-hmm.
After buying them ice cream, do you guys have any desire to know if the kids are okay, or...
Nope.
I'm just asking. No?
Yeah, check on them.
How do you check on them?
Yeah, what's your plan there?
This is a rabbit. This is a rabbit hole.
I asked the vet.
You guys dropped them off with one of the sheriff's deputies last night, Deputy Marcia Wheatley.
I radio in when we talked to the dispatch to see if the sheriff has showed up yet. I asked if she knows anything about the kids we dropped off.
Okay, well then in that case, Diana Merchant, the dispatcher, is going to tell you that Deputy Marcia Wheatley did not come in and is not she can't contact anybody. So that does give you pause, and you will learn it that way. And it is a rabbit hole, and yep, I'm an asshole for doing it to you.
Oh, we're going to check on them.
You might have saved 4 people as they pull out in the Honda Odyssey, and they start rolling up the road. Cool. Next action. What do you guys want to do?
I wanted to go up this road where the direction the sheriff went, although we're going to bring a car like he should have done.
Yeah. We're going to drive our car up there. Look for signs.
Into the woods.
So you take the sledge into the woods.
And since no one's likely to complain about it, I'm just going to be hanging out the top with the machine gun.
That's a good plan. Yeah, it doesn't seem like anybody's really caring too much right now.
I imagine not. The human pudding houses are going to make it really good for us to be doing this. So anyway.
So I started blasting.
Can I steal the loudspeaker off the cop car?
Sure.
You just get the bullhorn out of the trunk?
Yeah.
That's much easier.
Yeah.
All right, so you're heading up the road, and you realize that this is the road that leads up to where the petroglyphs were. And as you're driving up, Hammer, I guess you're behind the steering wheel, heading up the hill. How fast are you going?
About 35. We're trying to find people, not get to our destination.
Yeah, but it allows you. It gives you a chance to look. Specifically, driving at 35 miles an hour, you see the forest fire that you started has devastated quite a few acres of this area. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and just destroy some of these trees.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you don't remember the forest fire you started?
No, I don't think that was ever proven in a court of law.
Allegedly started that forest fire.
There's no proof, so...
Right. No one can place you at the scene of the crime. Nothing like that, right?
That's still not proof. That's just evidence. Lots of people were on the mountain that day.
I suppose that's true. So you're driving up, and on the road, as you guys pull up, is a shoe laying in the middle of the road.
Is it a sheriff's shoe?
It is a sheriff's shoe.
Is there a foot in it?
Patent leather. No foot, left shoe.
All right. Is there any blood?
There's a little bit of blood inside the shoe.
Like a little bit, like he stepped on something? Is there a nail in the bottom?
No nail in the bottom. Just a little bit of blood. It could have come from anywhere.
Yeah, like a bad case of athlete's foot, right?
Yeah, this guy's dead.
Not dead. He's just a little bit of blood.
It's a shoe, though. Like, you don't just leave a shoe behind.
It depends. I'm not wearing shoes right now.
They said he was running really fast. Maybe he ran out of his shoes.
I just had a thought. I'm the first person to get into... I just realized I'm the first person to get into the veterinarian's pants.
You guys had an awesome time with Billie Jean, but you can't remember it. All right. So yeah, you find the shoe. The blood in it is dried, not wet, and just a smudge on the inside of his left sheriff shoe.
All right, well, we're on the right track.
Well, it was literally right in the middle of the road.
Yeah. He could have been hit by a car.
So I'm going to look for actual tracks.
Yep, give me that search check.
Search or survive?
Depends on what you're looking for.
Doesn't matter.
Tracks.
I'm 1 point short.
You gonna burn that luck?
Nope.
I use survival to find tracks. I got a 15 out of a number.
I used search to find like other evidence of his clothing and got a 6.
Between the three of you, you will find the tracks of a one-shoed, one-socked man as it leads off the road about 200 yards up the road from where you guys found the shoe. And leads off this way, deeper into the forest and also uphill through the trees. You'll have to leave the sledge behind if you want to keep tracking him this way.
What time is it?
I think 10-ish now. What do you think? 11?
I just wanted to know before we started tramping off in the woods.
Okay, yeah, 10:30.
We should be very aware of the time and how far away we are from the car.
Yes, that was my entire point. But I think 10 o'clock, we've got enough time to go follow this for a while. We're just going to keep an eye on our watch.
What are you taking with you?
Everything. Tactical kit, tactical vest, rifle, grenades, everything. Rambo.
Cool.
Yep.
I don't
If
really...
I've got a spare outfit in there, I'll put something more appropriate on.
That's probably a good idea.
Yep. I'll just take my pants off right here. I'll make sure that Theo is staring.
I'm going through my checklist. I got my briefcase. I've got my gun. I should have a tactical vest. That's good too. And like as I'm staring off in the distance, Hammer walks into my field of view and drops trowel.
Sorry, I gotta erase this beautiful art now. Well, the fire could have approached some of these trees. After 25-30 minutes of hiking through the woods, you guys approach this clearing from this direction. And I think Hammer would probably be leading, maybe Husky. So the two of you come to this hut in rock together. You guys peer into this hole. This drop, I think, if I'm drawing this correctly, it's probably 50 feet. And then it goes to this huge hole, probably 20 feet diameter, And it looks like some of the hole has like corrugated metal around the outside of it, or sorry, inside of it, like a tube tunnel, maybe. Could be an air shaft. You guys know that the mine runs through here. So this is where you guys have followed the one shoed, one sock track of Sheriff Clayton Boone. And
how
guys,
does it get down there?
yeah, you guys come to the edge and you guys see a scrabbling of like missing moss and things like that as this man has decided to clamber down. He is cliff climbing, or has cliff climbed down. So you guys see the after effects of that. And then at the bottom, you guys don't see any sign of him. 50 feet down. But okay, so like there's his badge is up here, his star. As he lowered himself down, he ripped the star off of the front of his shirt.
Yeah, take out the bullhorn, and they'd be like, Sheriff, we're going to need you to come out, hands up. A snicker. Okay, two of you. I've always wanted to say that.
I'll be honest with you. I think that's the best plan, like legitimately.
On the bullhorn, he's like, "Come out with your hands up, Sheriff." And then he hears a hiss from deep within the darkness.
All right, we'll get the C4 out, boys. The sheriff did not make it.
Oh, do we leave Valerie in the car?
We did
25 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. We told her if it gets dark and we're not back, before it gets dark, if we aren't back, give yourself time to get back to the vet's office. Lock yourself up and hide in the bathroom. With guns. There's guns in the backseat.
I have a turret.
That's fair. That's fair. She does have a turret that she's welcome to use.
Anyway, hissing noise bad. I think it's probably time to vacate the premises and maybe think about going back to the green box ourselves.
I was thinking C4.
I've got a few explosives, but that looks like a nuke size hole.
I happen to have one of those.
We also could go into it and investigate and see like where all of this is coming from.
I would look at you like
Chad is looking at you like you've lost your marbles.
And then I would think of the black goo that those things have and be like, that's a great idea.
Nope, I'm not doing that part.
I mean, we either need to go into the hole where the hollow god is and defeat that, or contact a Craw to ask him to use the spaceship to get to outer space and blow up an asteroid.
So
Man, when you put it like that.
Yeah. That second plan, and also you skipped over a lot of details in that first plan that I think end in you being goo. Like when you say go down there and defeat, how do you want to do it?
Oh yeah, that one's easy. We're gonna just take the nuke and drop it down there.
Mm-hmm.
It should solve all the problems.
Also, sun might hurt it somehow.
Yep, nuclear weapon easier than sun.
Also, kind of like a small sun.
Oh yeah, that's also true.
Or we could try to find more. I think, like we were experimenting yesterday with Hammer and his green crystals, black crystals. The black crystals would probably hurt the Crawl too, right?
I don't know. I have a plan for them.
You have a plan for your green crystals?
Black crystals, yeah. I'm gonna make a Cestus glove with Wolverine. I use those as like mini Wolverine claws.
I think that standing here is a bad idea, and that we need to be talking about this elsewhere.
Oh, that thing is hissing at us. And last time that happened, they shot
Chad's just gonna leave your ass
acid.
and start walking back. Like, stop talking about this shit here and start moving.
I'm gonna get on my sat phone. See if I can get that nuke delivered.
Headed back to the car.
Yeah.
And then where to?
Back to the
Actually,
green
I'm gonna
box.
see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can get a buy one get one free on the nukes. It seems like now we need two.
All right. We are going to pack this one up. We're going to head to the skiff. All right. Once we get in here, we'll start with Theo. What do you want to get done, Mr. Heron?
We had a guy first. Make sure everybody's okay. Then we have to talk with the George guy and see what he knows about the asteroid, and then we have to figure out if we're going into the tunnels or into space.
You have brought the veterinarian with you to the skiff. Is that correct?
Yes, she is
Yeah.
kind of part of the
Yeah.
team now.
This is the first time she's been here.
Yes.
Yeah, I got in her pants. She has to stay with us.
So I believe we should do a two-prong approach here. We shouldn't choose between the spaceship or dropping the nuke. We should do both. We should
Agreed.
We should plan
Agreed.
to
That's
drop
why I
that
asked
nuke.
for buy one get one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I asked for the buy one get one free on the nuke.
It's a good plan. We need to start working that out.
Yeah.
Gunnar and Gina are here. Gunnar says Gabby and Gigi are back in the back, but we haven't heard from any of the others. Everything has gone radio silent. We can't get anybody, and
Yeah,
we fear the worst.
It's definitely the worst. Don't leave the skiff.
At night. Don't leave the skip at night.
Oh, we can go out during the day?
Yeah, like bright sunlight, probably okay. No sunlight, not okay. Low sunlight, probably not okay.
Fuck.
Yeah, no nighttime. Night bad.
It's supposed to be overcast for the rest of the week.
Oh, okay. Well, 2 words. Human pudding.
I mean,
This
is a bunker. You've got like supplies here, right?
We can stay here for a while.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of cocaine back there.
I suspect that we're going to have this problem sorted one way or another in the next, week or so.
Do you guys think the witches are handling themselves?
I hadn't really thought about it.
The witches like the black goo, but also like they're clearly not controlling these little crawler things or big crawler things.
I don't think we can know that.
Yeah, for all we know, they're having some sort of... For all we know, these crawler things are the witches.
There's a lot of them. Like, we killed 3. And then there was a bigger one. Yeah, we still got George back here.
Yeah, Theo was going to go interrogate him.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
You're going to let Theo do that? He's probably just going to let him go.
Yeah, the thing about Theo is my methods are not reversible. His are.
Yeah, unless he lets him go.
All right, well, Theo, we've checked on people, and we know that people are missing. Husky, what do you want to get done this first round in the skiff?
I don't know how to contact the alien, but I'm assuming that we had a way to do it.
Yeah, did we get those deets?
Sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I swallowed. Awful. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, usually you will and spit that out.
Yeah, sorry. Went down the wrong tube. Arizona green tea.
Never swallowed before?
Tea? No. It's... Jesus Christ, man. Good God. Shut the...
Tea in air quotes.
Oh, yeah, right? That's first time for everything, right?
Oh, we're terrible. This is why I can't get monetized.
You would think we'd get monetized out of that.
Long story short, there wasn't a way to contact Braxton Coleman, the Ascended Craw. If there had been, you still wouldn't be able to currently contact him. The last you had heard, Diana Simpson, the young girl Craw that, she was like a Craw mix. She liked baby metal. Theo's friend. She had said cryptically, your friend is in trouble. And I think you guys took that to mean that Hammer was in trouble when that big, like, octopusy thing was hurting him. Or about to. But the Hammer didn't have any trouble with that.
I hate it.
Yeah, he beat the living piss out of it. So, but your friend was in trouble. Diana Simpson was telling the truth, but she was talking about Braxton Coleman. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I gave you this lore, but they broke on through to the other side and got swarmed. Did I tell you guys that last time?
You told us that, I thought, before we ran into Braxton.
Yeah, I thought there was a lore dump, and I gave you some info there. I don't have it in my notes, but that's okay. So long story short, Theo has told you about Diana Simpson and like having a connection with her and being able to talk to her. So maybe Braxton Coleman's got something like that, and you reach out to try to contact the Beyond and make contact with the Ascended Craw, and there's nothing. Frustratingly, nothing.
Well, that was what Husky wanted to do, so that's not good.
Yeah, sorry. Hammer, what do you want to get done in this first skiff round?
I got a call to have the nukes delivered, and then I also need. I'm going to take those 3 crystals I have and turn them into a cestus.
Brass knuckles with those extended.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what we're talking about.
Yep. Or a glove that has those attached. Either one is fine. Pretty much just something that'll support when I punch something with it, it doesn't kill my hand. And stabs it.
So here in the skiff, there is an ancient landline back in the back corner. It's the only thing that's working right now that can call out. And who you calling for your nuke?
I'd already had a contact for that. I think it was General Greenlee.
He also had a special satellite phone, which shouldn't be affected unless the satellites have been knocked out of orbit.
I just want to establish if that's what he's using to contact, that's fine. We needed to talk about it.
Yep.
Just making sure the satellites haven't been knocked out of orbit because, first spaceship gone, now satellites be real bad. Maybe that asteroid's a lot closer than we think it is.
Who knows?
Ourselves. No, we don't know who knows.
I mean, if it's knocking the satellites out, we could probably just go outside and look up.
All right. You can call your colonel, the man who set you guys on your destiny using that satellite phone.
Right? Yep, I do. So we're going to need 2 nukes and a spaceship.
He can get you aboard a Russian spaceship. It's only going into orbit, though. So
Might
we'll
need
have
to go a little
figure
farther.
something out. Let's have this conversation later.
All right.
Theo.
The GM really doesn't want to do the Armageddon thing. It makes me sad.
No, I do want to do the Armageddon thing. It's just I wanted you guys to take the cross ship to go do it.
It's exactly what I was trying to do.
Yeah, that's going to happen. Don't worry about that.
Theo opens his door and says, "Hey, buddy, come here. Let's have a talk."
This man is fetal in the corner. He's been shot yesterday, and then before getting rescued or saved, no, I'm sorry. Before getting patched up, you guys took the kids for ice cream. He's rough.
We got him some ice cream too.
That's true. So he sits up. He's just got like the 1,000-yard stare as he sits up.
We're not monsters.
Why am I in a cell? Says George.
Theo goes and sits down beside him, kicks his feet back, and he goes, well, we needed to keep you safe. You know a lot of things, and there's a lot of dangerous stuff happening.
Yeah, I got shot. There's a lot of dangerous stuff happening, and it wasn't happening until I found that fucking rock. Okay, until I figured that out, I was fine, and now all this shit is happening to me. And
I know about that rock. That rock does cause a lot of discomfort, but we need you to help us know how far it is, where it is, and we're going to save you.
I don't know how. I was talking to Gorza. He has a spaceship. He has the means. Like, he's got a drill. We were meeting so that we could talk about this, and we were gonna have the meeting, and then he got shot, and then I got shot, and then I got ice cream, and then I'm in a cell.
Do you need more ice cream? Do you how can I help you? How can I help you be here and be present?
I'm in a cell. I'm in a cell. Can I get out of cell? I want to get out of.
That door is open. I said, "Come here and have a chat," and you said, "You didn't feel very good," so I came here to sit beside you.
Can we get up? And like he'll try to lean on you a little bit, and you can get him up out of the cell.
I'm gonna carry him back to the briefing room.
He stares wide-eyed coming into this room. Under his breath, he says things like, "I knew it. I 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 knew it."
Mr. George, this is the team. Can we start discussing plans on how we're going to save the world now?
He looks down at the table and this classified folder. That's NASA Blue. That's a NASA file. You have the NASA files. He looks over here at the other stuff. He's like, how long have you guys known about the asteroid?
We've known about it for 2 weeks, maybe 2.5. No, 10 days.
I knew it. Oh, I knew it. And you guys are covering it up. You're the government. You're covering it up. Because I tried. I verified, and then I went to the board, and I knew, because there was like no cooperation, that there had to have been something going on in the background. This is a cover-up, isn't it? You don't want the public to know about this asteroid, right?
We don't want the public being concerned with something that we're going to save them from. Could you imagine the global catastrophe that would happen if the entire world knew that the asteroid was going to hit and the world was going to end in a couple of weeks?
George, this entire conversation is irrelevant. If the asteroid hits the planet, everyone dies. We need to stop the asteroid from hitting the planet. So can we concentrate on that first?
I wanted to tell everybody. I was trying to tell the government even. I went to NASA, and the people that I
George,
tried to contact at NASA
telling
weren't
people
there anymore.
Is it going to
No.
solve the problem?
Are we all back there?
You have to verify these things. I tried to verify it in the correct channels, and the people were gone. They were gone. They don't exist anymore. And I think it was a cover-up. And you guys, you're covering this up, right?
George, I'm going to be blunt with you here. I would have killed you already, but we figure you might have useful information, so we haven't done that. We haven't covered anything up. The fucking aliens have covered things up. We're trying to solve the problem. If you release the information, the aliens will just make it go away. That means whoever you tell will die. Did you think about that, George? Did you think about that, George?
I wanted it. I told Gorza, and Gorza's died. Like, all the people that knew about it at NASA have died. We know about it. We're gonna die.
Yep, we probably are going to die. This is the first thing you've gotten right, George. Now shut the fuck up and tell us important things. Or you're going back in the cell until you cool the fuck off and are, rational and shit. You're a fucking scientist.
What do you want to know?
All emotional.
You want to know the what projected path? When is this going to hit? It's going to hit November 5th.
November 5th. What's today's date?
Not November 5th. We got some time.
Okay, good. That's good. That's useful information, George. Good job. No cell for you yet. I would suggest, George, just to be clear, if you want to leave, you can. But it turns out
Human pudding.
Human pudding. Yeah, something has been coming out of the ground at night and taking people and mashing them together, and then leaving behind human pudding. So I'm going to tell you, you probably don't want to go out there. But once we've got all the information from you, I'm not going to stop you.
What do you want to? It's coming from the Pleiades.
Underground.
No,
I don't know what the Pleiades is, George.
The Pleiades is a constellation.
Oh, George, it's coming from underground. Oh, wait, the asteroid's coming from the... Okay, that makes sense. You're giving us directions. Good job, George. Sorry. My patience is thin, and you have stretched it.
I'm sorry. I see that I've worn thin. I just want to survive, and I think that this is probably the best bet of survival is... Okay. Right now, I tracked it... the coordinates. I have the coordinates, and I can write them down for you. I don't know how it can help you, gentlemen. I went to Gorza for help because he has the means and the method.
What kind of spaceship does Gorza have?
It's some new crazy X prototype.
Have you
Do you
seen
know
it?
what it is?
I have. I haven't seen it. It's still being built, I think.
So it is terrestrial in origin.
The ship that, yes, Gorza and March Technologies. They've come together. It's a lot of money, and they've built this thing. I think there's a bunch of Boeing parts in it.
So it's not going to work.
That's what I heard. We need an alien ship.
Lowest bidder.
So, alright. We know the path. We have a couple lines for different ships. You're taking care of getting the nuke. You said there's drilling equipment. Do you know where the drilling equipment is, George?
It's somewhere here in Two Oaks. There's mines all over this place, and Gorza said that he was building it here.
If it's in the mines, then it's not accessible.
It's not really good. Not good. The mines are where the things come out, turn the people into pudding. Even pudding.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Um,
It makes the carpet real squishy. Because with all the gore and stuff that's been ground into it, you step on it, it's very squishy.
Yeah, it makes that quick noise, you know, that quick noise.
he turns white. White as a
gross.
sheet.
Real gross. I feel like Theo's turning white next to it.
Theo took a couple steps back. Oh, let me check these notes over here real quick.
Need a paper bag, buddy?
I honestly didn't know you could turn people into pudding. That's a new one. I've turned an alien into pudding. No, it wasn't an alien. It was something else. Beat it to death with its own arms.
What is this thing? Gunner says. Does it bleed?
It does. It does. And the blood makes you super strong if you drink it.
Really?
Don't drink that blood.
It's also a little bit addictive.
I like to kick ass and chew bubble gum. I'm all out of gum.
Tastes like burned asshole.
I don't know if I want burned asshole.
But super strength.
Super strength sounds good though.
Yeah, I ripped its arms off and beat it to death with them.
All right, so what's Gunner? He came to this a little late, and he and Gina are struggling to keep up. You know what? We should get the scientist, Gunner says. He's like, let's go get the smart ladies from back in the back, and maybe they can make some sense of this. All right.
We found a big hole in the woods. When we get the nuke, we're going to go out there and drop a nuke down the hole and make it go boom boom.
And then we're going to take another one to the asteroid, drill a hole in it, put a nuke in there, make it go boom boom. We're going to nuke our problems out of existence.
Yep. We've decided that in the face of supernatural horror, we're going to do what all good humans do and solve it with nuclear weapons of mass destruction.
All of the women in the room put their hands on their temples. Start.
It's the American way. We're going to use Russian nukes. I got a buy one, get one free deal.
And before you talk about ladies having a migraine, you're more than welcome to go sword fight this thing if you think it's a more elegant solution, but I'm going to go with the nuke.
Oh, I would sword fight one.
Okay. I think Gabby is... Wow, these are misnamed. This is... Gigi is over here. How did that happen? Gabby is this one.
Only about 50% of your tokens are working anyway.
Fucking hell. Alright, do you see Gigi?
I do see Gigi and Gabby.
Okay. But not Gunner.
I cannot see Gina.
Oh. She was one of the OGs too.
Yep.
Met her first.
It's alright, we'll figure it out later.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Gabby is a scientist. She worked for NASA. She's knowing what George is saying. Nuking an asteroid is a fever dream. It's shouldn't work, but if that's what you guys want to do, Gabby says, more power to you. Nuking American soil,
Underground.
probably, it's still American.
Yeah, no, but it's
Probably,
underground. It'll keep all the radiation and the blast. Just push it through the tunnels.
Yeah, I mean, we're the government. We can do it. The government has totally nuked American soil many, many times.
I did the math.
It's just not like the first option, right? It's like option F.
We have days.
1 second. Wait. I can solve this. I pull out my phone. I took some pictures earlier. I passed them over to her of the human pudding. And then the creature that I turned into mashed potatoes. This is what we're fighting.
We don't have time for an elegant solution. I agree that it would be ideal if we could do something else. But it absolutely must work the first time. Therefore, we go with the nuclear option. Literally.
What if the things under the ground can't be nuked?
Oh, then we move somewhere else.
Since bullets worked on them, I'd be really surprised if a nuke doesn't work. I mean, I'll grant you that it's theoretically possible, but if it doesn't work, then we're not going to have anything that is going to work. If you have a better idea, I'd like to hear it. But don't say that the idea is bad and then do full stop.
Well, it's like a transportation thing. There could be a million of them down there. If you nuke the surface, are you really getting like it could be like a ant hill kind of thing? You gotta get the queen.
I've given this some thought. So what we're gonna do? We're not actually surface, dropping the nuke into the cave, and that nuke's gonna follow the path of least resistance. So as long as there's more resistance, as long as it's harder for it to shoot up than it is to shoot down throughout the cave, it will shoot down and throughout the cave, essentially melting and slagging that these things have been coming out of. If it doesn't kill them, it'll seal them up.
George starts laughing, and he laughs and laughs and laughs, and then he goes, "The asteroid's gonna hit us anyway. That's the nuclear option. We're just gonna let it fucking. It's gonna nuke us anyway. It's gonna nuke us anyway."
George, get a hold of yourself. Or I'll make you go outside and be part of the human pudding.
Gigi grabs him by the shoulders and then smacks him across the face. George! He, like, stares into her eyes. He calms down a little bit.
But on the asteroid, what is your alternate solution to drilling a hole in it and putting a nuke inside it?
Funnily enough, Chad was about to ask the exact same question, because you guys have been very quick to say why you think it's a bad option. If you have a better option, I legitimately would like to hear them. Otherwise, I think it's time to shut up and color.
Gabby says, scientifically, it's actually been proven we can deflect asteroids with explosives. So I think that nuclear option's probably going to be the best option out there for the asteroid. I grant you that. I can't think of anything that's going to be better than that. I'm more concerned about dropping a nuke into a hole that has not been explored. You have no idea where the bottom of that is. You could just be blowing yourselves up.
That's what timers are for.
Considering what's in it, even if it took out the entire state of West Virginia, it would totally be an
win.
Yeah, it's still a win.
Yeah, it's still a win. Yeah, you don't understand what we're up against, but you know what? You guys can go out tonight, and if you come back, you will agree that this is the answer.
Theo has been in the floor putting 20 different pieces of paper together. He is actively trying to map different trails that he had traced on the petroglyph, and he thinks he sees where the big hole is, or where one could be. And he goes, I think we should. I think nuking is good, but if we nuke it here, we're like that's suicide for us. Even with the timer, we would have. You said we could sacrifice the entire West Virginia. We can't not be in West Virginia when this goes off. We're gonna be
nukes aren't going to take out all of us. So he was saying if we had to bomb all of West Virginia, it's not a literal. We're going to blow all of West Virginia up.
Also, there's a couple.
I thought you were a scientist.
There's a couple of things here. If you know the right place to put the nuke, then that's great. And I still am open to any alternatives, but I'm just not liking all the naysaying with no, don't bring up problems unless you got solutions.
Yeah, I think we should explore it and have a nuke ready to lower into it.
Okay.
You want to explore the cave?
Yeah.
Considering what's in there, I'm once again, Theo, I have to question your sanity here. How do you expect to go in that cave and fight those things and live?
I mean, you guys have been killing them, and
we barely managed to take care of 3. Barely.
You got that abomination thing in the woods that you caught on fire.
They're flammable.
And you were killing witches. You guys kill all of the things.
Yeah, the problem here is that those are single combat. If we go in that cave, 1, we're in their territory. 2, we don't know how many there are. We just know there's more than one.
We just know that there's more than we can kill.
And there's bigger ones. If we just set the nuke on a timer, lower it into as low as we can get it, hell, we can put the damn thing on a remote rover if it makes you feel better. Try to get it as deep as we can get it.
Now, if your magical map has some other solution, I'd be willing to listen to it.
I mean, I'm just guessing looking at all of the things, but if they had to dig and dig and dig and break through, and once they broke through, they lost control, maybe all the crawl are in there, and that's why we can't contact our crawl buddy. I mean, I guess, no, I don't know how hard I can reach out to Diane, but that would be our way of knowing what's happening down there, or how they telepathically talk to each other.
Explain to me, Theo, how that changes our situation.
If we nuke this and take out the Hollow God, one big nuke, we still need to get to outer space.
Yes.
And if all of the crawl are also under the Hollow God's control, or part of the Hollow God, I don't know. It's alien
Theo,
science.
Do you have any evidence other than a fever dream that anything you just said is even remotely true?
No, it's alien stuff. But again, you could say the same thing about your nuke. You just know that's the biggest weapon we've got, so use it.
I have actual facts to support my plan. You've
tried nukes on
what we
crawlers?
What we have. We know bullets work. What we have is a really big missile. Okay, and we have a target to put it at, and we know that shooting them kills them. If you have an actual idea that isn't suicide, but all I'm hearing is you telling me why we shouldn't do it, not how to actually solve the problem. That's my problem with this entire meeting that we're having, is we have a plan. We need to implement this plan or come up with another plan.
I don't know of any other plan. I'm with you guys, actually. we might just have to nuke it.
Only thing we do know is that we are on a timetable, a very short timetable.
Are we trying to nuke it before tonight?
The hole in the ground isn't as
We
important
have
as
a nuke.
we have to get a hold of some nukes. That's, non-trivial thing. But we have to do two things. We have to do the spaceship, and we have to do the hole in the ground. The only thing we can currently get to is the hole in the ground. Although I actually think the asteroid's a more pressing threat. We just apparently don't have access to a ship that'll allow us to do that part of the plan
Yet. But we should get an ROV too.
I think there's.
I do agree. If we can.
Think there's water down there?
No, ROV or remote operated vehicle.
Yeah. Usually those are submersible. Are you talking about a drone? Like, are you talking about something that flies or something that?
No, wheeled, but with a wire for it. Because if we try remote controlling it in there, it'll probably lose connection pretty quick.
Do we need a Dottie? Is that what she is in Deep Rock?
Sure.
Yeah, we need a Dottie, except for instead of a drill, nuke. I like this plan.
Yeah. Put a nuke on it, take it as far as we can go, and then boom.
It's an idea.
Are we escorting it, or are you remotely?
No! We are not. You know what?
Theo really wants to go in this hole.
Maybe you can escort it if that's what you want to do.
We haven't seen these things moving in the daytime.
I don't think that's going to matter underground.
What is wrong with him?
The sheriff is down there. Maybe he found
If the sheriff is in there, he's dead.
Maybe the shadows can't attack on the inside of the cave. There's a lot of historical evidence of people just being in the caves.
Theo, do you know something we don't?
I don't. I've got stories of. I don't know. I don't know. But I think if I don't have any evidence saying that the hollow god and the crawler creatures don't work underground, but we know they do work in dark on the overground. I don't know how intelligent they are. Maybe they just wouldn't expect somebody to come into their caves. Maybe they just go down there and hibernate and they only come out at night to feed. There's a lot of things we don't know.
Hissing? The hissing? Did the hissing not give you an idea that maybe they were awake down there and more than willing to you even thought they were going to throw acid at us.
They also were awake because you shouted at them with a bullhorn.
I don't know if you know anything about hibernation, but usually bullhorns aren't really an instant wake up.
It also is completely irrelevant, Theo. Nothing you have said makes any difference to our problem. It may be an interesting puzzle from an anthropological point of view, but it has nothing to do with our tactical scenario.
Drop a nuke. Don't explore. Got it.
We can explore with the ROV that's carrying the nuke with the timer already set so that, if something goes wrong, we don't have to climb in there and fix it, because I'm not going in there. We'll get another nuke before we do that.
And we know this nuke that's going to be connected to controls through a wire is going to be far enough away that we don't just immediately become obliterated.
No.
Timer.
Theo, we might die. I mean, let's not mince any words about it. I mean, we're gonna try not to, but we might die. But even if we do, us dying is a small price to pay to protect the entire planet.
I'm also going to set the nuke on a timer. It gives us enough time to get away.
Yeah, we are going to try to live. It's not a suicide mission, but it's not like we would stop if it weren't the case.
My suicide mission of going exploring inside the caves is worse than your suicide mission of being connected to a nuclear weapon in the underground.
Yes, because in one of those scenarios, the problem gets solved if we die, and in the other one, we just die and then everyone else dies.
Also, it's really likely we can escape the nuke. It's really unlikely we escape the horde of man-eating human pudding monsters that only get bigger every night they feed, by the way. Just want to mention that.
All right, so you know that the sheriff is down in the hole, and you know that Braxton Coleman... Well, you don't know where he is, actually. I haven't given you any of that information. Okay. The satellite phone for Hammer rings.
Yep.
On the other side of it is the old and grizzled Colonel Greenheart.
Yep.
How's it going, son?
Not so great. This place is a fucking shithole.
Is it now?
I don't know. Did they have foobar in your day?
Yeah. Everything goes foobar, pineapples, sideways, whatever you want to call it. It happens every fucking time.
This place was foobar before we got here, and it's only gotten worse.
Well, that's it's about right too. I mean, what have you found out?
Well, there's an asteroid heading for this location that will destroy the entire planet. There is something's been coming up out of the population, growing in size, and by something I should say something. We killed a bunch of them last night, but several got away. They only get bigger after they eat people, turning them into human pudding, with nothing left but human pudding. That's not even counting the other things that are in the ground. Supposedly, some of them want to help us. I'm not really understanding any of that, but we're going to try and nuke them, see if that fixes it.
Oh, the nuclear option. All right. What kind of time frame are we talking about here, son?
Yesterday. We needed to have nuked it yesterday. Lives would have been saved.
It always seems that way. It really does. Okay, so...
Alternatively, how's our Mars project going? Is it possible to move to Mars yet?
Moved, like, our entire population to Mars?
I was really just thinking me, maybe a couple friends. But yeah, entire population. I get where you're going. That's probably a good idea, too.
I think we're a couple years out.
Damn, I don't think we have a couple years. Probably should speed that up.
All right, you know what I can do? I can get you a bomb.
What about the 2 bombs? I need 2 bombs.
I can get 2 bombs. Unfortunately, I just map quested it, and it's gonna take 7 hours and 38 minutes for me to get them to you. Unfortunately, that's just one way, and I have to drive up to Dayton, Ohio to get them, and then get them back to Two Oaks. So we're looking at 16 hours.
Don't come at night. Yeah, you don't want to come at night. You won't make it.
Alternatively, I can send you guys to get the nukes, and it'll take 12 hours instead of 16.
12 hours instead of 16.
Anyway, we could, fly instead of drive.
Well, the bombs are Mark 41s from World War II. They're 25 megaton bombs. They're very big and heavy. You could fly it. I'll have to find a plane, though.
And a pilot.
That and they're in the National Museum for the United States Air Force, so we got to get them out of there.
You mean steal them?
Yeah. The museum doesn't know they're still active.
Can you do you have a spare maintenance contract you can get us attached to so we can do some maintenance work?
I might be able to work something out. This is, the program and all.
Yeah, if you could work out that maintenance program and maybe some replicas so we can just swap them, put them in our maintenance tool pouches, and head on out the door. That'd be great. I don't really want to kill any more civilians. I mean, I will for the greater good on Patriot.
All right, so what you need is a tractor trailer, and you need to get to the National Museum of the United States Air Force in Dayton, Ohio, as soon as possible.
All right. We'll let everybody know that we're going to be back in the morning. We will not be entering town. Oh, wait. Are we able to leave town?
The road was cleared. We established that earlier.
Okay. Yeah, we think we can get out of town. Helicopter would probably be a better choice, but we think we can get out of town.
All right, I'll see you in Ohio.
Road trip.
See, you drive the sledge out of Two Oaks, screaming down the switchback roads, the windy roads out of the valley, knowing that no police officer is going to be around to get you a ticket.
There's not even any other drivers. Half the people are dead. They've been turned into money. We've only found 4 survivors so far. Yep. Nope. We're going to find a truck stop, steal a rig, and hopefully one that can hold my car.
So you drive to Dayton, Ohio, to the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base.
I did some work there.
Did you?
Yep. It was a nightmare.
Excellent. Tell me how you would sneak in. As a maintenance guy.
I wouldn't actually have to sneak in at all.
As a maintenance guy, you would roll up to the front gate, say, here's my paperwork that I'm supposed to be here, and then they let you in.
That is one option. Alternatively, since I do have a military history, I can just literally show my active or inactive ID and get me and a couple of buddies.
That's right.
Online.
All you need is a driver's license and an active person. That's correct.
Yep.
So the 3 of you are in a tractor trailer, like a tractor truck.
Do we need a tractor trailer, or could we have just used a U-Haul?
I'm trying to get an official weight of these bombs, and I cannot find them.
I feel like we could just get like one of those tow trailers.
I mean,
let me pull up a picture.
The World War II era bombs actually weren't that big or heavy because they didn't.
This is the Mark 41. If you guys want to look it up, 10,000 pounds.
Yeah, there's a lot of Mark 40. Let's see if I can.
Yeah, let's call it 10,000 pounds, just for simplicity's sake.
It comes with its own wheels.
It is on a little cart. Here's a picture of it in the game.
A 5-foot pilot chute.
It's a
16.
I was about to say it's 62 inches, so it's not very big.
I don't know.
It only had a 16.
Trying to shove that in your hole.
It only had a 16-foot ribbon chute or parachute.
That's just to keep it pointed down, right?
It's 12 feet 4 inches long with a diameter of 4 feet 4 inches.
Well, you could put 2 of those in a U-Haul. Oh, that's a scary thought. Holy shit.
Yep.
10,000, so 20,000 pounds in a U-Haul, easy.
I once watched this guy with a big old haul on a trailer like that try to stop at a red light, not realizing that inertia is a thing. He went right across the intersection. Yeah. It was fun.
Alternatively, as I said, we could just stop at a truck stop, borrow a rig, and go from there.
I'm down for
Yeah, if that's your idea.
I'm down for either one of those plans.
I like that one better because that doesn't lead to anywhere. Like I can drop one of them off, steal the rig, and then we meet up and load my vehicle in the rig, and well, bam.
Kizik, do you have anything to say?
My Googling says 26-foot U-Haul only holds 12,000 pounds, so we couldn't fit two of them in there by weight.
Just
Also,
overload it.
We're going to try to drive this in a tunnel. We got to find a thing that is a thing that can drive.
You basically need a remote control four-wheeler.
Getting it to the hole will be a logistical issue, as will getting it to the
getting it down that 50-foot drop.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be a logistical issue. That is a true thing that we have to account for. But one step at a time. I'm just saying, Kizik, you keep arguing with this plan, and I really do mean it when I say if you have a better idea, I am all ears. But I don't hear a better plan.
Sorry, if logistics is the problem, Theo, you do have the map of the mines, and there is a way that you could drive into the mine. There is a location that had railroad tracks that went into the mine, so that there is access to wheeled vehicles through that entrance of the mine. It's not the hole, but it is an entrance that you could get a vehicle in.
That sounds like a glorious option.
Does it have tracks?
There are older railroad ties there, yes.
This plan gets better all the time.
Right? Good job, Theo.
Yep. I don't have an alternative plan, just to go explore it and shoot everything that comes at us.
Yep, I hate to say that that's a terrible plan because I love it. I love it. I just I don't think it'll result in the anything that we want outside of glorious death in combat.
Which if we were Klingon would be, that'd be the end goal, right?
Right. Yeah.
All right, so about 8 hours up to Dayton, 2 hours of fiddle fucking around, and then 8 hours back. Puts you back in the valley. So that's 16, 18 hours from 10. That is now going to be Sunday.
Surprise! It's the day. Boom.
Sunday, November 5th.
11 a.m. Did I count that right? 11 a.m. on Sunday when you get back to the valley with your 2 bombs. Oh my god. Dos nucos? That can't be right.
We've got some kind of, how to arm these correctly directions.
We have scientists.
They're set up exactly the way they were supposed to be set up back in World War II. Armed, primed, ready to go. The Colonel Greenheart met you at the museum, and when he met you in person, he had all the credentials and badges that you needed to get inside, and a pass that said that you were here to do maintenance on these replica warheads, and you pulled them out and
Put in
on your
actual
way.
replica warheads.
Yeah, you put actual replica warheads in their place, and you pulled these out to be used.
Yeah,
Ready to go.
Just so you know, they're not World War II bombs. They're from the 60s. They're definitely Cold War era bombs.
Cold War. There we go.
Yeah.
Cold War bombs. Thank you.
Because there were only 2 types of bombs in World War II, and we dropped both of them.
That makes way more sense.
So,
Big bombs. How about that? B-41s.
Bombs. All right. So we, I guess we head over to where Theo said we should take them. When set a timer on them. They do have timers available, right?
I would imagine so. Yeah. You're going to take both of them with you?
if not, we can rig one.
No, we leave one. We leave one at the skiff.
Yeah.
Greenheart, I made a slight error. I overstepped. I decided to use 2 instead of 1. And we now need another one. Good news, though.
You think nukes just grow on trees?
Good news, though. We solved the problem. All the bad things glow in the dark now.
25 megatons ain't that big.
2 oaks is now 2 holes.
I mean, we are going to drain that dam.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In the news today, an earthquake was felt throughout the state of West Virginia and into Virginia. Registering a roughly 3 on the Richter scale. I don't think it would go over 3 to you.
Nah. It's a great cover-up line, though. You should definitely work that out a little bit. It's totally totally just an earthquake. Incidentally, you can't go to this town anymore. There's a chemical leak.
Yeah. And it's gone. The earthquake ate it.
The earthquake ate it. Oh, what the fuck? God damn. Alright, hold on. Sorry. I thought I saved them. Alright, that's 1.
Creepy tunnel. Like the creepy tunnel.
Yep.
I've also I've got a camel pack filled with my goo.
Okay.
In case I need it. I needed an easier delivery system.
Do you? Really?
Jars just don't seem like the way to go.
Creepy tunnel. Into the mountain. Creepy tunnel. Can you guys see these?
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. So one is going into the mountain. The other one is like coming down. Hopefully these kind of match up a little bit. You could.
So I'm thinking we take it in as far as it'll go. We collapse the tunnel so that we make it so there's more resistance this way than there is that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we GTFO.
So, I can rig some explosives to collapse one end of the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
But, we got to run the thing in there. If the rails are intact, and they look like they kind of are, we can probably just put it on one of those trucks with rails on it, and let it run down the tracks.
That's what I was thinking.
And then
Where does this, based on the mining maps, does this track just go deeper in, or does it go in and come out some?
It goes deeper in.
Perfect. So we can just set something that just goes until it stops.
Let me do you guys a favor. I'm not going to do the whole map, but at least I'll show you a little bit of it. Yeah, I'm doing you a favor. Jeez, I don't know why I said that. Here, let's take one of these. Hereish. If you went in, it's a whole thing. And you guys would come in, I think, here on this track.
Where are we coming in at?
Over here, where this goes like underneath. So this would be the beginning of your mine trek. But you guys aren't coming in here. You're just going to put a nuke in here somewhere.
Yeah, this is
right here
just
at the
more underground. All of this is underground.
All of this is underground.
Perfect. So we can, this thing should just go boom, 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 either here or here. Yeah, I love it. I love it. R.I.P.
Or you could get on these switch tracks and like make it go through as deep as you wanted to go. Ride the mine carts.
No, I think we're gonna end this. We're gonna make this a hell of our own making.
I mean, the GM made it too scary to go in there, so
too scary. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the plan? You guys are gonna stay on the outside and not go very deep in. And what's the idea here? Walk me through it.
I put like a timer on it.
I was gonna let.
I have somebody do the math.
I was gonna let Hammer and maybe Theo figure out getting it in there and in the optimal position, and I was going to rig the tunnel to, seal itself up.
Okay. So on the rolly cart, just gonna throw it as hard as you can down the trail and see as far as it can go. It's gonna be on a timer. Once it goes past, 100 yards, you're gonna detonate the outside and collapse the tunnel.
Yep.
Okay.
And by throw it, I was going to get behind the rail car from like 100 feet away with my car and floor it, and then launch that thing into the tunnel. At which point, I'm not going in the tunnel, but it is. And then we detonate, drop the thing, and then we just, we get a safe-ish distance going in a direction that is opposite of the rail system.
Theo will remind you that the thing is 10,000 pounds, and your car is not.
It's on wheels, Theo.
But
wheels.
You hit
wheels,
something
Theo.
that's 10,000 pounds.
You don't hit it, Theo.
You just said you drive your car into it. That's hitting it.
Theo.
Plus, it's a nuclear bomb. Please don't hit it with your car.
I'm not going to fucking hit it with the car, Theo. If you listen to the words that I actually said, I said I'm going to go about 100 feet out the cart, right? I'm going to get behind the cart. I'm going to accelerate, right? Accelerate with it in front of the car, and then I'm going to stop at the cave entrance. It's going to keep on going at roughly 60 miles an hour into the why would I hit it, Theo? That makes zero sense.
If the tunnel's big enough, we could just drive the 18-wheeler in there.
Yeah, but then we got to get out.
Yeah, that's a true story. But
in there,
you drive until it gets hairy, and then you run.
I don't want to go in there.
I don't either. I'm going to be rigging the tunnel from the outside. So
you know what? Here's the Theo. Why don't you drive the tractor trailer in there as far as you can go, and cover you out here?
And you're not going to just immediately blow that tunnel and trap me in there to my death?
That depends. If your screaming sounds like it's behind you, no. If your screaming sounds like it's all around you, yes.
Either way, we're not going to do it immediately.
Yeah, you get a 30, 40 seconds easy. Run fast. Or we can do it my way.
Or you hit the nuclear weapon with your truck. Or with
no part of what I said was described as hitting it with a truck. No part of it was. You heard that. I don't know how you heard it.
100 feet behind it and then ram it.
No. No, again, no. Have you never pushed another car with your car?
Why
Do you
would I
floor
do
it
that?
from 100 feet away and just accelerate into that bitch like you're kicking a fucking soccer ball? No, you don't. Get behind it, nice, gentle, and then you once you're behind it and touching, you accelerate until it picks up speed, while you also are gaining speed and pushing it. And then when you stop, it keeps going.
Yeah, so I'm driving into this tunnel.
Or you can do that. Yeah. He's going to get it stuck without getting in the tunnel. You know this, right?
Sorry, I forgot to mention, this does actually have an entrance, and I did have a photo for it. This is, the south side is open to air, kind of.
Where's that at?
You asked me before if this, like, encampment area over here was open, and I thought you meant, like, open to sky, which it's not, but it does have an entrance here on the south side of this.
That's all right.
Like that. Okay.
It's too late to tell us that.
All right. My bad.
There's no entrance there. I refuse to accept it.
Fire on the mountain, run, boys, run.
50% chance it goes the other way anyway. Actually, no, it's better. It's only a 33% chance that it's going to go that way instead of one of these two directions. Unless someone drives it, in which case who fucking knows what'll happen.
Driving straight down.
You're going to drive it?
Yeah.
That's a terrible idea.
Right?
Haven't you been
Okay.
silently encouraging him to go in the tunnel this entire time?
Yes, but that's because Braxton Coleman's deep down inside here.
Would you
So is
like
the
to
sheriff?
They're dead. Would you like to offer him the, are you sure that's what you want to do?
You know, no, not this time.
Fuck.
Kizik, would you like to drive the, oh boy, okay. Give me a drive check.
97.
So he,
You don't make it inside the tunnel. You wreck the truck outside where it gets narrow along this this track. It just like rides over the track a little bit and then like gets high-sided, and the truck doesn't move forward anymore. You could throw it into reverse maybe and start rocking it back and forward, but it's a lot of noise is coming from this truck right now.
I'd like to point out that I rolled to do my demolition thing to plant the explosives to seal the tunnel, and I rolled a 69.
That's
So-
beautiful. It's perfectly done.
I can seal this tunnel at will.
Yes, you can.
I am now listening as he makes all this ruckus very intently for the sounds of hissing.
You do hear hissing.
Guys, is stuck.
I pull up my gun.
The hissing grows a little louder. You want to do another drive check? Try to get it unstuck?
Are we unloading it here or am I going back in? I think I can get it out.
Then you better do so quickly.
All right. I pop it into reverse. I'm going to get it off.
Yeah, you are.
Roll a 5.
That's great. So in reverse, you come off of where you were high-siding the truck, and then you're going to pop it back into drive and try to ram it on in there?
Yeah, I got something coming at me. I think I can hit it with the truck now.
The headlights on?
Headlights are on.
Cool. So you like break the shadow tension at the front of this. We're looking at this one here, and the headlights, pierce the darkness inside, and the front of the truck enters the tunnel. How fast do you want to be going? You like
Roll a
ramming?
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 30 miles an hour.
30 bucks. Okay, cool. There's this flutter of like tiny bats first that comes and sweeps across the front of your headlights, and then you impact something with the truck that you're driving. It runs over one of these crawlers, and that hissing gets a little louder as you barrel into this tunnel. Bwomp, bwomp.
I wouldn't hit the thing. We're going stealth mode.
I was about to say, if he starts blowing the horn, I'm going to detonate the tunnel.
Yeah.
That's
I'm not gonna lie, he's not going to die to the monsters.
Yeah.
He's not going to die to the monsters. He almost already died.
So the other two are outside the tunnel. Theo's driving this thing 35 miles an hour deeper and deeper into the mine. You pass one offshoot there on your left there, Theo. And Hammer, you hear a woman's voice, and she says, "What the fuck do you think you're doing?"
Is it behind? Where's it at?
Yeah, behind you.
I turn around.
And it's Eliza Abernathy. And she's standing there at the top of, like,
that's a blank
an
page.
embankment. Oh, shit. Damn it. You know what Eliza Abernathy looks like. She's the scary redhead. She's standing there on top of an embankment, and she says, Next time my photo won't be blank and I will be able to be seen. But this time, yeah, what the fuck are you doing?
Cleaning up a big mess.
Oh, you idiots! And she's gonna start attacking you guys.
I'm going to hit the button.
Hammer first. Oh, shit.
I started shooting.
There's only one tactical move to make there.
Alright, then I think we should stop it here. In the next episode, we're gonna start with a demolition explosion that is it's already been rolled. It's a 69. It's the most beautiful demolition we've ever seen. As the tunnel collapses and leaves Theo inside with a ticking nuke and a witch, which I will have her photo next time, so that we'll actually have this fight outside the mine. This is going to be good. You guys good for this? You cool with that?
I'm debating whether or not I wanted to be like, I hit the button after I clear the explosives and I'm on the inside of the tunnel, but I don't know if I want to leave Hammer out there. Either way, it sucks.
Yeah. I love it. It's good drama. There is a way out, Theo. You know the map.
Yeah,
all right,
I'm
cool.
Excited.
I'm going to save this table, and we'll start with a boom next time on Delta Green.
Oh, Theo's thinking to himself, they said they weren't going to blow it up.
Oh, shit, yeah. I've been betrayed.
Yep. Lucky we didn't blow it up while he was inside the explosive area. I swear I was so close to just shooting your stupid ass when you got the car stuck. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. We're just going to have to, you know what?
That's why I like the drama of like calling for a roll. I didn't need to call for a roll.
Oh no, that was a prime example of a place where you would have to roll. Like if you've ever driven a tight space, it's all that requires, which he clearly didn't have.
Right. You've been failing driving rolls this whole game.
I'm the best driver, and I almost never drive.
You never drive.
Yep.
Cool. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for your time.
You're the best driver by 4.
That's only because you failed so many times.
It's still the best.
Like how much of your drive check has gone up because you failed and gotten?
It started at a 40.
You only got up by 6.
Yeah, you roll, you fail, and you get 2 points. I might have done that 3 total times.
I feel like you failed way more than that.
2 points. You should be rolling a D4. Well, I guess average 2 points.
Yeah.
It is a bummer.
Yeah, just because I critically fail frequently doesn't mean I'm bad at doing things.
Mm, I mean,
Are
you
we
critically fail at listening.
Are we still rolling?
We are still rolling.
I have a proposition for the three of you. I'm going to be running a D&D campaign in person with a group. I'm really looking forward to. But I was thinking about it the other day. I'd love to have you guys run evil characters and be
Yes,
the antagonists to
I'm
my
in.
other group.
I'm in.
I don't know if it's going to work, but I think that it would be a lot of fun.
I'm in.
It'd be
I'm
really
gonna-
sweet
I'm going
to see
kill them.
like the look on their faces once they meet you guys.
I'm going to kill them. Wait, are we on the same team?
No, you'd be the antagonists.
Good. I'm going to murder them.
I think it'd be really bad though, because it's like their first game
I was
ever.
about to say,
It'd be great.
if it's the group that includes my son, that's a terrible idea because
It's a terrible.
it's their very first time ever playing D&D, and
Yeah.
specifically, no offense, David will make them never want to play again. So
wait.
that's a terrible
Counter?
idea.
Counter, I have caveats I'm willing to make. First, I will play a non-melee character. That's a severe gimp.
It doesn't matter.
I will.
No, we
I will
go-
only.
I'm vetoing this. It's a terrible idea. It's my kid, and I'm
Yeah.
saying no.
We're not gonna do it then.
I was gonna say, can I just play as a bad guy who they think is on their team?
No, but maybe in the future we can hook something up, because I was hoping that this was gonna go for more than one
With
session.
a
anyway.
group of experienced players like friends our age, sure.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I'd love to kill Kevin.
Right? I would.
He
be
would
on board
never
with that.
play with us.
I'd love
He would
to-
never
I'd love
play
to
with
kill
us.
Kevin.
All right, so my original idea for these mines was that we were going to play a Deep Rock Galactic game and take a Dottie down and like pretend that we were going deeper and deeper into the mines. But yeah, this is working out.
And I only asked for someone else to come up with a plan like 14 times. So you had ample opportunity for an NPC to say, "Hey, I have an idea. Would you like to do this?"
Oh no! See, the NPC can't save you guys. I like your idea. This is good.
Okay.
You don't like already. You said that already. You can't take it back. There's no take backsies.
No
Yeah.
takesy back.
But we can tell that you don't really like what we did by the random in quotation mark events that have happened along the way.
The random in quotation marks.
Yes. The things the things that
I
just
just-
happened to go wrong.
I just want to turn around and be like, I don't know what you think is going to happen, bitch, but it can't be stopped.
And then take a sip.
Yeah,
That's what she thinks about the asteroid.
that may be true. I don't know I don't know what her plans are. If she thinks it can't be stopped, like, what's she planning on doing? Going down in the cave? Like,
So maybe we'll start with a boom, but then we'll have a conversation and like hug it all out. Be hilarious.
I don't think you're hugging this one. She's the crazy of the crazies. The OG crazy.
is she bulletproof?
I guess you'll find out next time on Delta Green.
And on that note, thanks for stopping by, everyone. I'll see you next time.